What's up, people? How y'all doing out there today? What's up, world? Everything going good with y'all, man? I hope everybody had a great holiday. Spend a good time for with family. You know what I'm saying? I just come on today. I got a little important little video I want to react to. Um, Maybe it'll open your eyes a little bit. For everybody that say, you know, that I'm a little harsh with the delivery. I'm trying to fix that. It's a lot of people on here want my attention, but I won't be giving it to them. They are worthless, and I will show you what you do to somebody you really don't like. You just ignore them. They can't talk to themselves. But this would be a good live stream today. It'll open you guys' eyes. Hopefully, what's up, DT? Julia Graham in the building. So this would be a good one, as everybody finish eating and you guys are ready to relax. Let's take in some good information for the night. And let's see what we could do to build the community the right way. Yeah. So, well, let me start off with my son. You know how I do. I love my kids. My son is doing very well in basketball. So let me start off with him. We got Just B in the building. Appreciate you pulling up, John King. This would be a good stream today. You're taking a lot of good information. But, I got to start off with my showing my son, man, because I'm proud of my kids. And my son is doing very well with his basketball. So let's see what we got here. Share this real quick. I took a drive out here to go visit and see what he was doing. And yeah, he was cooking. But as you could see, after 2 games, the boy is on the court. He's starting the game. So he earned his way into the starting lineup for his team. And that's very good. So let's get into it. 2 games in the season, the coach made a change. That's how we do it. This for all y'all that think y'all could play basketball out around on these YouTube streets. That's me right there after the game, because I went to visit my son and I was there at this game. But this me after the game, in case y'all don't know. Y'all, all y'all Cortezes of the world, Oliver Greens, Mel Dub, who else? Nacho Business, who else was talking? TJ, who else? Oh yeah, KB. All of y'all think y'all are nice out here, right? Watch the boy. Dude gave me too much space. I'm like, bruh, that's how you going? Y'all better hope I don't put no shorts on out here. This is me. Yeah. Buckets. I'm just looking like, this is just practice with the hoodie on, with my jeans on. Matter of fact, I got the Loner hoodie on right here. Shout out to Meal Ticket. I'm rocking that Loner hoodie right now. On this court, I came up to the game with the Loner on. Shout out to Meal Ticket. I'm like, is this dude crazy? He's just gonna leave me out here like this? Oh, look, he want all the smoke. Why he keep coming up on me? Y'all better hope I don't got no shorts. This would be Nacho right here trying to guard me, because they said Nacho gonna guard me. So this would be Nacho trying to guard me, man. Once again, too much space. Hand down, man down. Trying to play with me, man. Buckets. Y'all don't want none of this smoke. And then, I'm out here deep, foot out of bounds, all that. Straight water. So y'all better act like y'all know out here, man. I don't want no smoke. Y'all do not want no smoke with the kid, boy. You heard? So make sure y'all understand that I am him. You dig? I am him. So let's get to the topic at hand, man. Shout out to my son, man, doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to the topic at hand. It said, Biz, did you have a conversation with the coach? Yo, Oliver Green, I ain't had to have no conversation, because as soon as I walked in the gym, he was on the starting lineup. I said, oh, Lord. So I just chilled. My whole demeanor and my brain on the way to the game, I was like, man, as soon as they get down 10 and he ain't put them in yet, I'm going to say something. But patience is a virtue, man. I picked the right game to go to, because as soon as I got in the gym, the game was about to start. The horn just, I walked in the gym. I looked, I seen him on the court before they about to do the tip off. I said, uh-oh. My whole demeanor changed. Now I'm the best cheerer in the stands. I'm cheering for everybody, because now the coach see what I see, what I've been knew, because I've been new. You know what I'm saying? But the coach knew now. But it said even garbage gets a steak once in a while, bruh. You don't want none of this smoke, Oliver Green. You see what I'm putting it on video. You see me on video repping that loner hoodie up there. You see the loner man on the hoodie right there. And Baka, y'all don't want none of this smoke, man. But let's get to the topic at hand, man. Like I said, I'm proud of my kids, and I do what daddies do, man. That's what it is. But let me bring this to the table, man. I saw this video and I said, wow, this is a good one. This is a good one for me to show. A good one for me to react to, give you guys some intelligence from other people other than me. So that's what it is. Let me make sure you guys can see this. This is for people that has half of a brain. Most people don't want to pay attention to this stuff. Like I said, they consume with nonsense and drama. But this world is big, man. It's bigger than this app. And the people suffer for the lack of knowledge. All right, let's get to it, man. Oh yeah, y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to this channel, man. This is one of the channels that I watch. It's called what's this channel called again? Diaries of a CEO. I hope the man don't flag the video, but personally, I don't care because I don't come on here for no money. You know, I come up here to spread information. That's it. So if he flagged the video, I'll just take it down. But for the people that's here now, we're not going to react to this whole video, okay? I'm not going to go over this 2-hour video, but I'm going to get a good portion of it, all right? This is the type of stuff I take in. This would lead me on my journey, so let's get into it. This guy here is a millionaire, okay? And this guy here, I'm sure he's paid too, because this is his platform. So let me make sure I'm doing this right. Put this on the put myself on the screen with this. Put it in a smaller place. This is his name is hard to pronounce, but he's a millionaire. And he has a channel called Millionaire Mindset. So I encourage all of my subscribers to go subscribe to this guy's channel. His channel is called Millionaire's Mindset. Remember, your mind is where it all starts at, right in your mind. He's gonna end up saying a lot of stuff that I be saying, but he's gonna say it in his way. And this guy is just the interviewer. He's gonna interview, and that's what it is. The guy with the purple thing on his head is the one that I'm looking at. Hey, what's up, thumbnail lady? Yeah, we're gonna get to it, man. We're gonna teach, and you guys gonna hear him say a lot of the stuff I say, and all you gotta do is listen, right? Because since I'm bitches and Bitcoin all day, right, you'll see the ignorance in people's ways. But this is what I like to look at. This is where I'm at because of the information that I'm taking in. And you guys are not taking in this information is why you're stuck in place. So let's get into it, man.
Jaspreet, who should care about your message and why should they care?
Anybody who uses money, which is
What? Right off the break. Who should care about your message and why should they listen to it? He says, anybody that uses money. So, sorry if you don't like it. But if you're not listening to this message, that's a personal problem. Anybody that uses money should be listening to Biz and this guy on the screen. Anyone that uses money. If you don't use money, then you shouldn't listen. But this is America, right? Wake your ass up. Sorry, I know who I'm talking to. You guys would never go look at this guy because you don't like the way he looked and this stuff on his head and all this. You just look the other way. You wouldn't see somebody twerking, right? Pay attention.
is everybody. The interesting thing about money is anybody who uses money, which is everybody. The interesting thing about money is we use money every single day. It costs money to eat and it costs money to feed other people. Yet most of us are never taught about money.
What? Most of us are never taught about money. That's why people think they can't get where they could go, because you never taught about it. This is why you this old in your age and gonna tell Biz you don't want to hear about that foolishness. You stuck in the rat race. Most people don't know nothing about money. Listen to the man.
So most people say money doesn't matter. I shouldn't think about money. I shouldn't have to worry about money.
Most people say this. All the people on this app that talk nonsense to me, this one of the first things they say. Everything ain't about money, but they act like they don't live in America. But see what the millionaires think in the room? This is why you fooled. You don't like my delivery? I don't care. I got to talk to you like this because it's the only way you understand, especially my community. And that's sad, but that's just how you were trained as a kid.
Money's bad, money's evil. When in reality, it costs money to eat and it costs money to feed other people. And when you don't understand that, now you're the one that's going to be paying the highest taxes. You're the one that's going to be struggling to pay your bills. You're the one that's not going to be able to go to Disney World. You're the one that can't pay for that amazing gift for your wife or your husband. And you're the one that can't pay for the healthcare for your parents.
That's you. Once you don't understand money, you're the one. When you saying you don't need money and money ain't everything, that's you. You the one that can't go on these nice trips. You do, not me.
And you wonder why. And in this economic system that we all live in, money talks. And unless you understand that, you're never going to be able to win in the system.
What is the difference between people
All right, in this system we live in, money talks. Unless you understand that, you're never going to be able to win in this system. So he says it like this. I just say you a fucking idiot. That's what I say. Break it, all that, what he just said, you a dumbass because you ain't paying attention. That's where you get what you deserve. The information you take in is what you put out. So you the dumbass that don't understand. So instead of looking at that wrong, look at it as, let me try to stop being so stupid. Right? This is America. This is the most important thing out here is money. You need to understand it. We all remember everything we see on TV. And what are you looking at? Foolishness. Let's keep going.
who figure out how to make themselves wealthy and those that don't? If we put all objective advantages aside, rich parents, inherited lots of money, all these kinds of things, what is like the fundamental difference that you've seen from the many, many hundreds of thousands of people that you've worked with and taught and that have consumed your content? What is the fundamental?
There's one difference.
Listen to the one difference. Listen.
One key difference. People that become wealthy understand how money works.
When I come on here and I try to tell y'all how money works, y'all want to go somewhere else. There's one key difference. People that become wealthy understands how money works. Where does understanding happen? In your mind. In your mind, right? The information you taking in is why you looking like this and saying the things you say. And then first thing you want to tell me is money ain't everything. Look, man. Your mind is where it started at. The wealthy people understand how money works. Why do you not want to get some understanding of one of the matter of fact, not one of the most important thing in this civilization that we live in? You don't want to get understanding of that. That's ignorance. That's dumb and that's stupid. Whether you like it or not, it's the truth. And the truth hurts. It's dumb, ignorant, and stupid. He not going to say it like me. I'm going to say that because I know who I'm talking to. You think he talking to you? No, because you don't even have sense enough to go look at something like this. Your attention span is not long enough to go look at something like this. This is why you stuck where you at. I don't care if you don't like it. Hey, too bad. Click off, unsubscribe. Because around here, we gonna make some money around here. Because we gonna understand what the most important thing in this world, in this civilization that we live in. We gonna understand how it works. That's what we gonna do over here. Too bad if you don't like it. I don't care.
And everybody else does not. People that become wealthy understand how money works. One key difference. People that become wealthy understand how money works. One key difference. People that become wealthy understand how money works.
It starts in your mind. It starts with your understanding. What's up, doggy? What you want? I gave you some food, Ovi. It starts in your mind. Starts with your understanding. You don't understand how money works, but you know every song that come on the top 10 songs on the Billboard chart. Foolish, dummy, ignorant. I don't care. It's the truth. Listen to the man.
And everybody else does not. And I'll tell you where I came to this conclusion. I checked all the boxes. I studied hard in school. I went through high school.
Nah, he about to tell you what his experience was. Listen to this man.
I went to college. I spent 1 year in graduate school. And then I went through law school. but I never once learned a thing about money. I never once
Somebody explain that to me. How does he go to college, go to law school? All of these extravagant things that the world pushed towards us. We got to be college students, all of this, but he never learned anything about money. Explain that to me. Why is he not learning about money? Why is nobody teaching him about money? How does he go through all of these levels in classes, in school, and all of this high education and never learn about money? Explain that shit to me. I always tell you, the lion won't let the gazelle get away. We won't teach him how to get away because then you will always be fooled. So when I'm not over here talking nonsense, and 90% of the people, all you got to do is look at the numbers in the chat. 90% of the people are not trying to learn or not trying to pay attention to anything I'm saying over here. Those are the ignorant ones. It's maybe 40 people in this whole sector that's smart. The rest of them, idiots. Complete idiots. Because they're oblivious to the fact of how money works. The most important thing in this civilization. You don't like it? So what? Deal with it. Learn. Figure it out. How does this man go through all of this educational system? Oh, my kid's going to college. That don't matter. You need to learn how money works. You don't want to pay attention to that shit.
learned to think about building wealth. But I never once learned to think about money. I never once learned to think about building wealth.
Sounds like a lot of people I know. A lot of people I know.
Never once learned to think about investing.
What did he say? You never learned nothing about investing. Listen to what he's saying. This is what your school teaches you. This is what the media showed you. This is your dumbass on a silver platter. Right there. That's you. That's you. It's not entertaining. You want to be entertained all your life. This is why you stuck where you at.
Never once learned to think about passive income. But if you look at the wealthiest people in the world, they don't get there by working a job and getting a raise. They don't get there by working to climb the corporate ladder.
What? What is he talking about? This is not entertaining for you, so you're going to go back to do whatever you do. Like I said, now it's about 75 people blocked on my block list. I don't want you people around me. I'm dead ass serious. Because you're holding me back. You're holding the people that want to learn what is money, right? Y'all could get away from me. Y'all cancers. Y'all the moles. It's the truth. I'm blocking every single one of you. I go to these platforms and I just start blocking motherfuckers. Oh, he blocking everybody in the chat. Absolutely. Because you are blind. You are ignorant. You are dumb. You don't like it. I don't care. He's basically saying the same thing. He's just not saying that. Keep listening.
They get there because they understand how money works. And they understand the ladder. They get their job and getting a raise. The wealthiest people in the world, they don't get there by working a job and getting a raise. They don't get there by working to climb the corporate ladder.
All the people that have a little attention span, please get out of here right now. Like, I'm dead ass serious. I don't even want y'all around me. Low attention span, ignorant people that just want to start stuff and don't want to learn anything. And this is too much and this is not entertaining. Please bounce. Like, don't even come over here. Don't hit the like button. None of that. Right? I don't care about y'all people, man. Y'all the ones that make it bad for the whole community. Those people right there are the ones that make it bad for everybody. Simple.
They get there because they understand how money works. And
how many people know how money works? They get there because they understand how money works. That's how the wealthiest people get to where they at. This is what is important to me.
Understand how to win in the economic system. And the crazy thing about that is we're all taught to trust the system. My parents are immigrants from a state in India called Punjab. And like many other traditional Indian immigrants, they wanted me to become successful. Now, in my house, that definition of success was very simple. They gave me two options.
I can guess.
Well, option number one was Jaspreet, you can be a doctor.
Yeah.
Option two was Jaspreet, you can be a failure.
Okay.
And they said you get to pick which one. And this is
So his family told him he needed to be a doctor. This is what his family told him.
me when I'm like 1 year old. That since the day I could start talking, my parents told everybody, not just people around us, they called my family in India, my family all around the country, that Jaspreet is going to grow up and become a doctor because he's going to become successful. Now, I had nothing against that because I wanted to become successful too. I saw how hard my parents worked. My dad, if he got a Saturday and a Sunday off, it was considered a long weekend. I mean, my parents bust their butt, and I wanted to become successful so I could give back to them. And they told me that if I wanted to become successful, the way I do that is by becoming a doctor, which makes sense because when you're in school, you get those like pamphlets, those career pamphlets, and they show you the different career options you have.
Look, man, you guys need to pay attention to this stuff, right? This is what everybody is avoiding. You know? If you want to get blocked, you could get blocked. I don't care. I'm going to keep doing me. And I maybe should block you if you're going to keep typing that stuff in the chat, you know, because I'm serious about this. I'm being dead ass serious about this. I'm not playing. Our people is fucked up out here because we play too much, right? Straight up. The shit is real. And this is why we stuck where we at. And nobody's going to tell you, but I am. I'm dead ass serious.
And anytime you look at that, the top of the list is always doctor. And so they said, Jaspreet, if you want to become successful, you have to become a doctor. And because we came to this country, you have to become successful, so you have to become a doctor. Now, I didn't think anything wrong with it because I liked the idea of becoming successful, so went down that path. Now, along the way, I realized I didn't want to be a doctor. I told my parents that I'm not going to be a doctor. My mom almost had a heart attack.
Look, they only think it's one way. They told him he had to be a doctor, right?
My dad couldn't believe it. And so my dad essentially told me that, Jaspreet, if you want to keep any pride in the family, you have to at least become an attorney. So I said, okay. I went to law school part-time, worked on my business full-time.
He did all this stuff. Listen to what he's talking about. Most people that I know don't even go to college. That's telling you something. You don't have to go to college. He's saying he was pressured to be a doctor. Then his parents told him if he didn't be a doctor, he had to be a lawyer. So he went to law school. Most of us don't even go to school after college. After high school. A lot of people I know don't even graduate high school. They get GEDs. Right? This is the way we are taught. And we think that this is the only way to make money and this is what we got to do to be successful. The millionaire on the screen is talking, not me. This is what he went through in his life. So, showing you a couple things right there. You don't need to go to college to be successful. That's what it's showing you. And you don't have to fall into the stereotypical, you got to go to education and law school and doctors. That's not the only way to get successful, right?
Now, today I am a licensed attorney, but I've never worked a day as an attorney.
What? So he went to all of that schooling and all that stuff to be an attorney. He never even worked a day as an attorney. So what you did that was so better than being an attorney, you telling me your understanding of money is better than all of that? You want to know why you stupid?
And the reason why I've never worked as an attorney is because it's just not worth my time and it's not where my passion is.
Yo, he said it's not worth his time and it's not where his passion is, but he did all that work to get there. That's crazy.
Along that way, that's when I learned that we're taught this is how you win. Go to school, study hard, get good grades, get a good job. And if you continue working down that path, you're going to become successful. But if you look at the successful people, that's not the path that they followed. And if we take a look at the three things that have built.
That's deep right there. You know, that's very deep. I hope you guys, matter of fact, let me run that back, right? This is more important than anything you're going to hear on this platform. If you don't like what I'm saying, you could go watch this video yourself, right? But I'm sure people won't do that. A lot of people won't do that. But that's why I'm trying to get people away from me. Like, I'm being dead ass serious.
Okay. I went to law school part-time, worked on my business full-time. Now, today I am a licensed attorney, but I've never worked a day as an attorney. And the reason why I've never worked as an attorney is because it's just not worth my time and it's not where my passion is. And along that way, that's when I learned that we're taught, this is how you win. Go to school, study hard, get good grades, get a good job. And if you continue working down that path, you're going to become successful. But if you look at the successful people, that's not the path that they followed. And if we take a look at
He said, if you look at the successful people, that's not the path that they follow.
three things that have built more wealth than anything else
Whoa. Hold on. Here we go. 3 things that build more wealth than anything else. 3 things that done that.
over the last century. It's starting a business,
Starting a business. Shout out to all the business owners. Starting a business. Number 1,
investing in real estate,
investing in real estate. Number 2, shout out to all the people that's involved with real estate. That's number 2.
and investing in stocks.
What did he say? Investing in stocks. That's number 3. None of that shit involved none of this drama that everybody deals with every day. Which one of those 3 things are that? Which one of those 3 things are less than the bullshit that 90% of people on this app take in? 90% of the people on this app pushing bullshit. Straight up. Starting a business, investing in real estate, and stocks. They generate more wealth than anything else. So when somebody tells me that they don't want to know about starting a business, you a fucking idiot. If they tell me that they don't want to know about investing in real estate, they a fucking idiot. And if they tell me that they don't want to understand investing in the stock market or stocks, they are a fucking idiot. Period. You don't like it? This is what he's saying. I'm just telling it to you in a way you understand. I gotta tell it to you like this because this is all you know how to consume. Look at everything around you. Too bad. I don't care. I'm just telling you the truth. And nobody else would tell you.
It's starting a business, investing in real estate, and investing in stocks. It's starting a business, investing in real estate, and investing in stocks. Yet, along my entire educational path, I was never taught that.
This guy is a doctor. Went to be a doctor, been to a lawyer. Along his entire educational path, he was never taught this. These 3 things that's generating all the wealth. He was never taught these 3 things. So you can't tell me that what I'm doing over here is an accident or is not important. It's actually more valuable than a lot of shit people got going on around here, bruh. Just don't like my delivery. I don't give a damn. I'm not talking to people that look like this guy on the screen. I know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to our people. Only one way to talk to our people because it's the only way we understand. 90% of them. Because it's always somebody that's going to say, well, not me, not me, not me. It ain't for you if it's not you. If it don't apply, let it fly. 90% of these motherfuckers is straight up dumbasses running around here. This is why I'm getting them all away from me. I'm talking about all of them. Got to go. Three things that create all the wealth. You learning something over here. So figure it out. 3 things that create all the wealth.
We're focused on how do you get a good job, but all wealthy people are focused on is how do I grow my assets?
What? Man, this shit right here. I was watching this because I'm not an idiot, right? I'm not a jackass or a nincompoop. So I take time to watch stuff like this. This is how I understand. I don't care what color he is. Didn't I tell you I don't care if it's a white man, a black man, a Chinese man? I don't care about none of that stuff. I think he's Indian. I don't even care. What is he talking about? He's a millionaire. When he's talking, I'm listening. More important than a lot of shit going on around you. It's not entertaining because just look in the mirror. This is so entertaining to me. I'm watching this like, yo.
And that's the key difference here, is wealthy people are working to own the corporate ladder.
Ownership is the key to wealth. I say that all the time.
Everybody else is working to climb the corporate ladder. And then the next thing, I'm going to go back to what you said, assuming that you don't have rich parents, because most people assume that you have to be rich in order to do this. You need millions of dollars. You need access to all this money.
This is the problem with our people. A lot of people say, I don't got enough. I don't got no money to invest. I don't have enough money to do this. I don't have enough money to do that. Maybe everybody don't got it. These are excuses. These are total excuses instead of getting the information. That's where it started at, right there. Getting the information. Don't care where you at. I don't got this. I don't got that. It's a complete flat out lie. It is what it is.
But that's not true.
No, tell them what I said. It's a fucking lie. But you said that's not true. Means the same thing.
You can start now with $100,
What?
$10,
What?
but you have to get started.
Oh, that's the key. I told you, boy, we're going to ruffle some feathers here. I don't want to hear the bullshit. I don't got this. How do you know what people got? All of this bullshit. I don't want to hear that shit. I know who I'm talking to. A bunch of people that just make excuses. You hear the millionaire tell you can start with $10? I don't got. Shut the fuck up. Don't tell me this bullshit y'all telling me. Well, let me say it like this. That's not true.
Rich in order to do this. You need millions of dollars. You need access to all this money. But that's not true. You can start now with $100, $10, but you have to get started.
You won't even start because you don't know nothing about it. You don't want to learn about it. It shows that you ignorant. I don't care if you don't like it. It's the truth.
The problem is most of us are never taught how to do this.
I'm sitting right here, guy with the hat on. I'm right here.
But unless you start doing this, you're never going to build wealth.
Wow. Unless you start doing this, you're never going to build wealth. Bro, I wish he would talk like me and just tell you what it is. Unless you start doing this, you fucking out of your mind. If you think that you gonna win this rat race that they got you in, you completely out of your mind.
And that's the way that you win in this economic system.
So I want to go through all of those 3 things you've just said. I want to talk about starting businesses. I want to talk about investing in stocks, and also want to talk about real estate. But I'm curious in your own personal story there. When did the penny drop? Because it's so interesting. In my life, there's key moments where I got to see behind the curtain. And when I say see behind the curtain, I'll refer to my friends when we're speaking privately. I'll refer to it as money games. Like the day where I saw these billionaires playing money games that I didn't know existed. And I was there working my butt off, working in call centers or building whatever. And then I got to meet a billionaire, got to spend time with them, got to see behind the curtain. I was like, oh, they just play these money games, which
They play money games. I'm trying to get like the billionaires. I'm trying to see what they see. And I was told I could start with $10. The point is you have to get started. All these excuses is for the birds.
which nobody else has been told about.
Right.
When was the penny drop moment for you? You qualified as a lawyer. Why didn't you end up pursuing that? Something happened.
Yeah. So when I was in grade school, I began working at Indian weddings. I played a drum called the Tol. It's a Punjabi drum. That's where my family is from in India. And I used to play this drum at weddings. Now, my parents didn't like that I did.
Hey, my bad, bro. There's a lot of racist people around here, so they're gonna say whatever they want to say, but I don't care about none of that. What do you know? Tell me tell me what you got in your brain.
this because anything that was not math or science was like, you don't do this. So I had to play this drum in secret. But I played at weddings and I started to make a little bit of money. And by a little bit of money, I mean $50 per wedding when I was in middle school, then maybe $100, $200 in high school. And one of the DJs that I was working with said, Jasprit, you know a lot of kids in high school. How about we host a teen party for some of these kids in your school? I was like, okay, why not? So we hosted this teen party and it was a big success. And at the end of the night, the DJ then starts paying out all the costs because we were going to go in 50-50 on this business venture. And then we pay out the money for the security, for the venue, for the marketing. And then he says, all right, let's count our profits. And he has 4 bills in his hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 singles left. $2 for him, $2 for me. And I saw that we put in so much work into this business venture, into this idea, into this first party. And we made $4 of profit, which we split 50-50. And at that moment, he was really upset, but I was really not upset at all because I was like, this was fun. It was a lot of fun putting this together. But in my mind, it was just one of those hobbies that I was doing because I needed to become a doctor. Well, I did a few of those teen parties when I was in high school, and now it was time for me to go to college. I was 17 years old, and I get there, and I see everybody.
You see, this the part where a lot of people check out. That's why you dumb. Because there's more information in here than that, what he just said. He just basically said they started a business venture when they was little kids and they only made $2. Right? But that part right there is where a lot of people get to checking out. Right? They like, oh, let me go look at this. Oh, what's going on over here? Oh, what's going on over there? That's when they check out.
Partying, drinking, blowing money they don't have. And I was.
What he say? What people be doing? Let's see what people be doing.
Shocked. Partying. I was 17 years old, and I get there, and I see everybody partying, drinking, blowing money they don't have. And I see everybody partying, drinking, blowing money they don't have. And I see everybody partying, drinking, blowing money they don't have.
That's what we do. Partying, drinking, blowing money you don't have. But then when it comes time to investing or getting in one of those 3 things that create the most wealth, it's, I don't got no money. What did he just say?
And I see everybody partying, drinking, blowing money they don't have.
Wait, let's tell him like how Biz gonna say it. You see everybody being a complete dumbass. Partying, drinking, and blowing money you don't have. A fucking complete dumbass. But let's continue.
And I was shocked. I had
Me too, bruh. I'm shocked too. Right?
no idea that people went to college to party. And I had no idea people got the money to spend money on all this alcohol.
No, they don't got no money. They say we don't got no money. They don't understand the ignorance in their ways. I don't got no money for that. But you want to get drunk as hell. You got money. You just ain't using it properly. Because you a fucking dumbass.
I don't drink. I'm not into partying. But now I needed something to do on Friday nights. And so now I'm thinking, well, what do I do? How about I take this teen party business concept that I had in high school and now do it in college? So I was 17 and I started knocking on the doors of all the bars, venues, restaurants, trying to see if anybody would let me host a party there. And in the beginning, some said, sure, you can host a party here. We just need a $10,000 deposit. I don't have $10,000. I was 17 years old. So I kept going. Some said I need a $20,000 deposit. But eventually I found this one club that said, yeah, you can host a party here. You don't got to pay us anything. Just pay us.
So he was persistent. That's what I got out of that. He was persistent doing his thing, trying to take his idea and didn't give up when the first person told him no, or he had bad vibes about it. They tried to knock him down, and he kept being persistent. That's what I got out of what he just said, because everybody else around him was a complete dumbass, acting like a fucking dumbass. So he want to be persistent on, like, yo, man, what's wrong with these people? So he doing what he supposed to do.
Half of the cover charge that you generate. Pay us 50% of whatever revenue you generate. Now I'm in business. I made the same arrangement with my DJ. I said, look, how about you DJ for me for free, and I'll split whatever profits I make with you. And that was the beginning of my first real business. It was this party promotion company, which then became an event planning company.
I'm going to listen to that again.
Whatever revenue you generate. Now, I don't have $10,000. I was 17 years old. So I kept going. Some said I needed $20,000 deposit. But eventually I found this one club that said, yeah, you can host a party here. You don't got to pay us anything. Just pay us half of the cover charge that you generate. Pay us 50% of whatever revenue you generate. Now I'm in business. I made the same arrangement with my DJ. I said, look, how about you DJ for me for free, and I'll split whatever profits I make with you. And that was the beginning of my first real business. It was this party promotion company, which then became an event planning company. And
he's a fucking genius. He saw the ignorance around him of the people. Watch how the rich think. Like the mindset, it's all starting in your mind. He saw the ignorance around him of people partying and drinking all the time. So he said, you know what? I'm about to prey on these people. Since they dumb and they just want to give their money away and think they having a good time and laugh and joke and all that shit, right? Acting like a complete jackass. I'm going to profit off of this. I'm going to promote this party, let them get drunk as hell, do all they want to do, and I'm going to get all the money off of it. This is the difference. This is how rich people think. So his mindset at 17 was already in the rich way of thinking, the wealthy way of thinking. He's a fucking genius.
it grew pretty big in college. I mean, I started off by hosting these one-off parties. Then I was contracted by one of the largest clubs on campus to host their weekly college night. So I was hosting their parties every week. We were hosting official.
So this cat could do parties. Look at him. College parties. So why this the one over here getting all the money? We in the party acting like a dumbass, thinking we nice, dressing up, getting all fly, right? Look at him. Your mind is fucking you up, man.
Shows and after parties, and it grew pretty large. And now as this business starts to make money, the first thing that I realized is I don't need a license or degree to make money. I thought that was something that I needed because I thought I needed these good grades to qualify for this thing to make money. So that was the
boom. You see how they keep telling everybody to go to college? He thought he had to be a doctor and all that. So he looking, he's saying, yo, hold on. So you mean to tell me everything they told me was bull jive? That's not how I can make money and be successful? The light bulb went off in his head.
The first kind of shock and realization. The second realization that I had was I knew nothing about money. I was making a little bit of money, and I was very fortunate that I started reading books about money.
Wow. They say if you want to hide something from a black person, you put it in a book. This is the problem. Look at the information he's taking in. He said he knew nothing about money, and he started reading books. That's the problem. The information he's taking in to his brain. Now he's a millionaire with that information.
Money. I was making a little bit of money, and I was very fortunate that I started reading books about.
No, say what you mean to say, or Biz will say it for you. He was very smart for taking the time to read those books, where the ignorant people will not do that. They will stay stuck where they at because of the information that they take in. Period.
Money and business. And I started reading these books. And the first thing I learned was the difference between an asset and a liability, which was
I'm trying to tell everybody what's the difference between an asset and liability, and these knuckleheads, idiot dummies around me. Don't nobody want to know about that. That's why I want to get them away from me. Don't nobody want to know about that. What? Block. You want to know about everybody else's drama, but you want to know about the... Come on, man. Block. Get away from me.
for things I had never heard of before. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket.
Really? Biz been trying to tell these knuckleheads that.
A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket.
I've been trying to tell these knuckleheads that too.
Wealthy people want to own assets.
I've been trying to tell these knuckleheads that too.
I was buying a whole lot of liabilities.
Wow, we all buying a whole lot of liabilities. I said I'm a dumbass too. See where my mind at though. I'm a dumbass too. I do dumb stuff too with my money. I'm way better than I used to be though. But every now and then I get that impulse buy and I buy something that I shouldn't have bought. I wasted money on foolishness.
Because I was working in this party promotion business and I wanted to look the part. So I would make a little bit of money, buy a nice watch.
What? This is what our celebrities and our entertainers and all of us do. Dumb shit.
Make a little bit more money, put some new rims on my car.
More dumb shit. So when Biz say you a dummy, I don't know. Look in the mirror. Are you the you that I'm talking to? Because I don't know. But I know 90% of our people are stupid. You hear what he's saying? Make a little bit of money, go buy a watch. Look at Instagram. Look at the celebrities and entertainers, how they flex. And they go get rims on their car. They the first to buy all this new stuff. Designer clothes and all this dumb shit. He's a fucking idiot.
Put a new sound system in my car. Put a new subwoofer in my car. I mean, I was blowing money on all these dumb things to...
No, he didn't just say that. No, he didn't just say that. Did he just say that? I'm going to have to clip that shit up.
Sound system in my car. Put a new subwoofer in my car. I mean, I was blowing money on all these dumb things. Put a new sound system in my car. Put a new subwoofer in my car. I mean, I was blowing money on all these dumb things to...
You can't say dumb, sir. That's not going to work. You can't say dumb. We got sensitive idiots around here. We can't say dumb. I know the damn well you didn't just say dumb. It's crazy, man. You talking to me. I feel you, sir. Did anybody else feel you? Because I do dumb stuff too, sir. I can admit that I'm a dumbass. And I do dumb stuff. Right? It's not about you said the word dumb right here. I'm listening for the information.
Look like I was rich. When in reality, I was just making a lot of other people rich. Money on all these dumb things to look like I was rich. When in reality, I was just making a lot of other people rich. On money on all these dumb things to look like I was rich.
You see this shit? To look like he was rich. But in reality, just playing a part. Look at your Instagram feed. Bunch of foolishness going on there. Look at it. All want attention. Everybody want attention. Me. And don't have a clue to what's really going on out here. To have no clue. So thank you, Mr. Rich Man, because you were blowing on money on a lot of dumb things. So I like how you did that, right? You put it on yourself. And you said you was blowing a lot of money on dumb things. But the people know that they dumbasses because they do the same shit. They blow money on a lot of dumbass things, period. And didn't you say you could start with $10, $100. I thought they said they had no money. I don't understand.
When in reality, I was just making a lot of other people rich. And then I learned about this thing called investing.
Oh my God. And then I learned about this thing called investing. Excuse me. This is what I talk about. This is what I like to do. This is me right here. I just talk a different way. Still got A1 information. Then I learned about this thing called investing. Our people are knuckleheads. They don't want to learn about this. And it's insanity. I'm getting away from them. I'm telling you, I'm getting away from them because they're not going to bring me down. And I don't want to keep talking to these people. It's a waste of my energy, a waste of my time. Like dead ass serious. He said, then I learned about this thing called investing. He's a millionaire. Shout out to the people that's trying to help people learn how to invest. Fuck all the people that keep talking shit.
Which really started to upset me because I thought
I got upset too. This is why I do what I do. Because I'm upset. I'm upset with the people around me. I am. Dead ass serious.
doing everything right. And I'm reading these books that are talking about how every wealthy person invests in real estate.
Boom. Every wealthy person invests in real estate. Shout out to Kwame Brown.
No idea what that means. Nobody in my family is a real estate investor. I never heard of this concept of real estate investing before. I don't know what it is, but if wealthy people are real estate investors and I want to become wealthy, maybe I should invest in real estate. So when I was 19, I'm now studying to get into medical school because I still think that I'm going to become a doctor. And I was bored out of my mind because I would spend all day, 10 to 12 hours a day in the library studying. And this was around 2011. And the reason why I say the year is because if you remember, 2008 was the great financial crisis. That was when we had the real estate collapse.
Bingo. 2008 was a great financial crisis. Bitcoin was created in 2008. But that's, you know what it is. Bitcoin was created as a result of that, what he's talking about. So he said all the investing is the key, right? So when I talk about Bitcoin, it ain't really the Bitcoin that makes I'm so hype on the Bitcoin. It's actually investing into Bitcoin because Bitcoin has a trend right now. Well, right now, I'm not even talking about investing in Bitcoin no more. But the slow people, the dummies in the room still think that I'm talking about Bitcoin because they stupid. They don't pay attention, right? But the key is investing. I always say it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's real estate, whether it's a tire in the street, whether it's trees, whether it's your business, whether it's spoons, whatever is going to make you the money, whatever the trend in the world is, that's where I want to invest. Right now, the trend in the world is cryptocurrency. Once that trend stops being the trend, my money will move to the newest trend or the best trend or whatever the trend is at that time. Real estate is always going to be a trend. But cryptocurrency right now is making more money than any real estate out there. It's the fastest growing asset in human history. When I say that, people don't understand English. It is the fastest growing asset in human history. This is why I'm so focused on cryptocurrency. It has nothing to do with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, any of them other things. It's about my financial freedom. And I'm using these tools because money is a tool. Money is nothing but a tool. I'm using these tools to get where I want to go. Simple. Right?
In America. So real estate prices were decimated and it didn't hit rock bottom until 2012. That's why I'm saying this. So in 2011, I'm studying to take the medical college admission test, the MCAT. And I'm reading these books talking about how wealthy people invest in real estate. And now I'm making a little bit of money from this party business and I have a little bit of cash in the bank. So during my breaks, when I'm studying for the test, I start looking on the internet websites of finance. And they all talk about how real estate prices have hit rock bottom, how real estate is being decimated in America. And so I was like, well, maybe I start looking to buy real estate. And so on August 22nd, I took the medical college admission test. And then on August 23rd, I purchased my first real estate investment property.
So you mean to tell me you wasn't taking your money doing dumb shit with it, was you? Nope. You wasn't doing that. You was reading those books, taking in that information because you wanted to be wealthy. So you saw all the wealthy people was investing in real estate. So you took that knowledge, remember, knowledge, the information he took in, right? He got the information. Nobody's smarter than you. It's the information that they taking it. That's what it is, okay? Information. Matter of fact, let's go to right here. I'm going to show you this, then we're going to have to go back, but I'm going to show you this. This is right here on the screen. This come from out of the book. It say, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. This is Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. Dang. Thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children. Ooh, that's kind of dangerous, isn't it? But that's what happens because when you don't have the proper knowledge, your children suffer, right? It say, therefore my people are going into captivity because this is Isaiah chapter 5, verse 13. Therefore my people are going into captivity because they have no knowledge. And their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. Their multitude dried up with thirst. Because you have no knowledge. Because you're not taking in the proper information in your fucking thick ass skull. Because you can't hear Biz say you the dumbass. Right? So you let that block your mental because you a fucking dumbass for real. That's why it's blocking your mental. Right? And you can't take in the information. You so worried about he's saying everybody's dumb. But you can't take in the information that I'm trying to say. You're blocking people from paying attention to the information because I'm saying this dumbass shit on purpose. Before I wasn't doing it on purpose. But I'm doing it now. I'm doing it right now on purpose. You got a mental block on your brain that won't let you take the information in. And all you can hear is the bullshit. You can't hear what I'm actually saying. Because you you got a block on the top of your scalp. And that shit need to move. Because you're missing opportunity and you're missing blessings. Right? My delivery is my delivery. And that's just how I am. And I can't keep allowing people to drive me to these type of points where I get like this because I have a lot of valuable information inside of me. You know why? Because I done read books. I done did a lot of research. I know what the fuck money is. I know how money was created. I know what's the concept of money. I know what we supposed to do with money. I got a lot of information in my brain. Get the information out of my brain. Don't worry about the words that come out of my mouth. Focus on the information that I'm giving away for free that I could be charging people for. You realize that, right? I could be charging people for this information I'm giving out for free. But you will not receive the information because you are a jackass and you are a dumbass. Whether you like it or not, it's the truth. I don't care what nobody say. It's the truth. This that stuff KB be talking about. Where he say he buy those properties that they got that's in foreclosure and they for the low. Pay attention. Timing was everything. He had money. He saved his money up from making all that money, watching all the knuckleheads party. He was the one collecting all the money, watching all the idiots running around acting like complete dumbasses, don't know what to do with their money, right? He's the one sitting back watching this, collecting all their money, saving it up, reading those books, taking in that proper information, right? Taking in the proper information. He realized, okay, all the wealthy people are in real estate. I need to get myself in real estate with my money instead of being like everybody else buying Rams and all this Jordans and all this dumb shit. He even said the word dumb. And then he put it in and bought a foreclosed property for $8,000 that previously sold for over $100,000. Now watch. So the total price of the condo was $8,000. He said he came in he said he came at it with a price of $4,000. Let's listen how the money brain work. Man, I hope you guys paying attention. I hope you're not so sensitive. Why did nobody tell me about this? Because I told you they will not teach you how to get away. But if you go look for the information instead of looking up dumb shit all day, stuff that doesn't impact your life at all, just to be entertained all day, right? You're not seeking the information because you got a mental block on your head that's been placed there since you were a child because they doing this on purpose. This is why I'm so forceful with it and I'm so aggressive with what I say because I really want you to understand. I almost want to take you by your shirt collar and shake the shit out of you and say, hey man, wake up. I'm serious. Because I don't like what they're doing. I don't like how they block people from this information. I don't like how this is not taught. This man said he went to college to be a lawyer, and why nobody talked about this? But then you got a man on here right now that's talking about it, and everybody just disparage the shit out of him and say whatever they want to say and try to make jokes and laugh and all this dumb shit when I'm being 100% serious. It's the information you take in. It is all it is information you take in. So Biz want to shake the fucking shit out of you, grab you by your collar and say, hey man, are you not paying attention? Wake your dumb ass up. This is what I want to do. But instead I just say you a dumbass. You don't like it? Go in the corner. Because I'm a dumbass too. I used to be a big dumbass. I done wasted money on a lot of cars. See how I could acknowledge that? I done wasted money on cars, clothes, sneakers. I'm talking about diamonds, all that shit. Wasted money. Being a complete dumbass. Whether you like the word or not, it's no stupid, ignorant. All of that. It's the same word. Stop getting stuck on the word. Understand that is me. I was that. I'm accepting that, right? So what you gonna do about it? Because you know, like I know, I don't know you. I don't know you as a person. But you know if you doing some of this dumb stuff as well. You understand? I'm trying to get like the wealthy. When I work, I always allocate money towards more assets. Like I always want to gain more assets because I understand that ownership is the key to wealth. Ownership is the key to wealth. The right assets you own will bring you to wealth. It's not getting on here talking a bunch of shit. It's not getting on here doing all this nonsense. That might bring you some money, but what you gonna do with the money? I go to work every day understanding that I'm not going to be able to get out this rat race just going to work every day. So therefore, I take a percentage of my income and I try to obtain more ownership of assets. And he told you the 3 biggest things that bring you the money: starting a business, investing in real estate, and stocks. Now, it's a 4th one on the list called cryptocurrency. But that's going along with the stocks because stocks and crypto is not the same, but they're very similar in nature. You understand where my fire comes from? Because I see that. I seen it. It happened to me. It sparked a fire under me and it made me angry. I've said this before multiple times on my live stream. I said, when I realized it really pissed me off, it made me angry. It's almost bittersweet because I see all this and then it just get instant. It was like my brain moves fast, you know. So I saw the money. I was like, oh, I made all this money. I done turned $5,000 to $70,000. Oh, I made money. I swear in about 2 minutes, I got extremely pissed. I was like, yo, you mean to tell me this book been going on this whole time and these people ain't telling nobody nothing? They block us from this information. I got extremely angry. Then I said, I'm going to tell everybody I know about this for free. And I got to tell them the way I'm going to tell them because they don't want to listen to no nice talk. Regardless to what anybody tell you, they will not go sit and listen to this. They want to hear the nonsense. They want to hear all the bitches and all the hoes and all of that stuff. That's what they want to hear. So I got to bring it to them in a way they're going to understand it. So sit your dumb ass in the corner and listen. Because if you had some common sense, then I wouldn't have to talk to you like this. I am very passionate about this. I'm very serious about this because I know the power that's involved with this. It can change your life. And I need you to understand, if you don't like it, it's a simple way you could just get away from me. I got about 75 people on my block list right now. It's no problem to make it to 200. If you don't understand what I'm saying out my mouth and you just want to critique and jab instead of promoting actually what I'm saying, I don't want no time for that foolishness, man. None at all. I'm good with that shit. Because our people are really suffering for the lack of knowledge for real. Right? For real, in real life, we're suffering behind this, not knowing what's going on. So I'm trying to wake you up. I'm gonna do my best. If y'all can sit there and listen to all these people and say all these cuss words, and you gonna tell me that something wrong with me calling somebody dumb, better go somewhere with that shit. I'm like you, bro. I got angry. I'm gonna be a millionaire. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be a rich millionaire because I got that same fire in me. If I don't be a millionaire, my children gonna be one because that fire you got, had, I got that in me right now, bro. I got that same passion. I'm like, bruh, and it just make me so upset. The way they block this information from our people, man. The way I didn't know none of this stuff. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be a millionaire because I got that same fire in me right now. Right now, I got that fire in me. I don't know why I got so angry, but I do because I can just think about where I would be at right now if I knew this stuff. Right? This is why I'm trying to get through your thick ass skull because it ain't about you. It's about the children. It's about the youth. We got to get these messages to our youth because just like they didn't teach him and his parents thought that he had to be a doctor to be successful, right? Just like they didn't teach him. They're not going to teach your children. And nobody's going to teach your children unless you wake up and you teach your children because this stuff is passed down in the household. So you need to wake your ass up and learn some of this stuff, not for you, but for your children. And stop taking in so much foolishness. This is my passion. I don't care what nobody say. We making changes around here. We changing people's lives over here. If you don't like the words over here, get the fuck away from me because I'm dead ass serious about this. What I'm talking about over here, I'm so serious about it because I know what it can do for you and your family, and I know what it can do for your life, for your lineage, because it's happening for me. They say, no, everybody don't want that. Well, everybody that don't want to understand this stuff are going to continually be in the rat race. They're going to keep trying to get out and don't know how to get out because it's not designed for you to win. Unless you're doing these 3 things that he told you, that he said. Starting your own business. That's not even the half of it, right? We could get deeper than that because you can start your own business and still don't know what to do with the profits. He told, look, man, it all works together. All 3 of those things work together in unison, right? You start your own business with the profits. You take the money. You can invest in real estate or the stock market. Okay? All of those 3 things work in unison. Because remember, he started the business, the party business. He took his money. He invested into the stock market. You don't start your business and go spending your money on foolishness. You get your money and you invest your fucking money. It's the only way you're going to get out of this hellhole that we got us in. The light bulb needs to boom in your head. Once that joint go off in your head, boom, can't nobody tell you shit. This is why I got that same passion, bro. I'm going to be a millionaire, mark my words. If it ain't me, it's going to be one of my children because they're going to know these keys and concepts because I'm going to make sure I instill this stuff into them. It's up to them to apply it, but I'm going to try my best. Somebody going to break this cycle around me. I'm not going to teach my children how to keep laughing at people dumbass jokes. That ain't what I'm trying to do. And I'm not trying to cross the aisle and go to people that don't look like me and teach them because they actually got sense enough to listen. I'm going to keep talking to my people and trying to break those mental chains that they got. And the only way I know how to do that is the same way I would tell them how to go rob a bank or something. It's all about information. It's all about information. You have no problem teaching your brother how to go cook up drugs, how to make crack. You don't have no problem how to tell him how to weigh out an ounce of weed. You have no problem teaching your brother how to do that. This is so serious for me. They could take it as a joke all they want, man. But I am 100% serious about this. I got so upset. I said this before I even seen this video. I've been saying this 2-3 years ago. When I first started this channel, that was the entire reason I started this channel, was because I was so pissed off. Do you know that I went to the where did I buy this thing from? It was either Best Buy or Walmart. I want to say I'm going to say Walmart, and I spent $750 on a brand new computer for to help your ass because I'm straight over here. But it ain't about me. I want to get this out to the masses. I don't give a damn. I could turn this computer off all I want. You see the type of information I'm taking in. Do you think I'm going to be all right? I don't need to fucking come over here and tell nobody nothing. I'm straight. I could make you figure it out on your own and stay stuck because you ain't going to go figure it out. You're going to sit there and keep listening to bullshit all day because you've been trained to do that. I don't need to come on here and talk to you people about none of this shit. But I got a passion in me that says, yo, this shit ain't fair, yo. I can't, but yo, I'm telling you. So either you pick it up or you don't. I don't care, but I'm going to do my best. And I think I'm doing a good job, a damn good job. He was checking all the boxes, doing all his work, doing everything. Who created those boxes? Who telling you gotta go to college? Who's telling you this madness? Why are they not teaching you about this, how this money game work? You better go do some research on your information and figure it out. Bingo. I heard that. That was a good question for him to ask because we do got some dummies in the room that'll think, oh, you only build wealth to buy a house. No, it's called assets. Assets over liability. I don't give a damn if it's a house, if it's a stock, if it's a cryptocurrency, if it's whatever you gonna buy that's gonna bring you money. If it's a Uber, you could buy a car and drive Uber, right? If you bought a car, drive Uber, and that car is bringing you in money and paying for itself, that's an asset. The liabilities is stuff you buy that don't bring you no money. The stuff you waste your money on that's not bringing you anything, that's called a liability. Buy assets. I'm trying to buy ownership in assets that's going to bring me back a return on my investment. That's wrong, though. That's wrong. You want to buy a house. See, I think he might get into what he's about to say. I don't know, because I didn't really watch this whole video. I just watched a few bits of it, and I said, oh, I got to let this one play. You know, depending on what you buy your house for. If you buy your house to live in, that probably might not be an asset because it's not bringing you any money. You're living there, right? That's not an asset. That's called a liability. Right? Because you got to pay for the house. You think that you're paying into that mortgage, but I know that your interest rate mess you up a little bit because the bank get all the money from like the first 10 years, maybe. They get all the money. The bank, or they charge you interest on it, right? So you're not really building any equity in the house unless the property value go up. So you want to hope that that property value go up in order for you to get any equity. Unless you bring a hell of a down payment. If you bring a down payment down, you got some skin in the game then. You know, but either way, if you're living in that house, it's not a complete asset, right? You want to buy houses to rent. Only I got a house is because I'm living in this house and it's for my children. But once my children get up out of here, this house might go up for rent. I'm already plotting on that, right? I'm already thinking about that. Because this can be an asset. Plus, it's already built all this equity in this home that I live in now. Right? So I'm blessed. And I got the money for this home from investing. Right? I started off investing. I took $2,500 and invested it into the stock market. That's where I first started at. See how it ain't had nothing to do with no crypto? It was wherever the trend was. That's where I invested at. And I built my money from $2,500 to $70,000, not 75, to $70,000. Then I sold and I bought my house for my children. Now the house that I purchased, build a lot of equity in it. I understand, okay, what we could do with this equity. Do you know I could take out equity out my house and buy another house with the equity I got in this house and then rent both of them shits out? This is real life, man. This is what's going on behind the scenes while you over here yapping and laughing and thinking everything's so fucking funny all day. Like real talk, man. Okay. Tell the truth. Bruh, it's the truth. I just said a lot of, I don't know what he gonna say. Let me see what he say. Your house is a money pit. I didn't use that term, but what I'm saying, let me just let him talk. See, I don't know. I don't know what he say, but I want to listen to what he say because I'm already thinking about what he gonna say. Right? Because by the time that house tripled in value, you could have made a lot of money somewhere else. Let me see what he gonna say, because that's some real talk though. I just want to listen. Right, that's called a home equity loan. That might not be good. Let's see what he gonna say. I'm listening to the rich man now. Let's listen to the rich man. That's true. You can sell the house. What you gonna do with the money? This is what I be saying too. Like these people, they got some. People make money. It ain't a problem with people making money. It's what are you gonna do with the money, right? So if you got $1,000,000 and you don't know what to do with it, that's dangerous because you're gonna blow through that money. You don't know what to do with it. Yeah, you need to get the information. Notice how he said you don't know what to do with it. It's all a lack of knowledge. That's what it is. Are you serious? I just looked at the chat. I stopped looking at the chat because I'm focused. And y'all telling me y'all can't hear the audio? That's messed up. But oh well, we could just start over. Yeah, I won't be looking at the chat because people will come in here and say some ignorant stuff and throw me off. So let me try to do this again. And that's good because a lot of people probably left that need to leave. So let me try it again. Dang. We're going to start. Don't worry. Hopefully y'all can hear what I was saying. He was saying some of the same stuff. He was saying a little different though. But let me Let me put it back up here. That's good though. I don't need a lot of people around me. I'm being straight up with this, man. These people on this app is foolish, man. I be getting tired of these people. Let's see if y'all can hear it now. Yeah, I don't look at the chat because people will come in and say some stupid stuff to try to throw me off, and I don't got time for that.
Extra guac at Chipotle.
Let me see. Can y'all hear it?
Now, maybe you're a little bit more financially smart. You say, I'm just going to live off of $50,000 a year.
Miss Lethal.
But after 20 years, you have nothing left. Not to
What's
mention
up, V?
that 10 years from now, that $50,000 a year lifestyle is going to buy you half of what it can today.
Put a 1 in here if y'all can hear it.
So now let's go back to that situation. You thought you had
Yes,
generational
I
wealth.
bet.
You did a good thing of paying off the mortgage because you don't have to pay the mortgage payment. But is that really the type of generational wealth that you want? And now to fully hammer this home, I'm not saying it's bad to own a house. It's actually very
Let's go right here.
I want to make a distinction here. Are you saying that in order to build wealth, people should buy a house?
no. If you want to build wealth, you have to buy assets. When people say buy a house, what does that mean to most people's eyes? It means buy my home.
Yeah.
I want to buy this nice place for me to live.
Which is what most people do when they get a bit of money. They take their salary from work and then they go and buy a house to live in, and then they pay into the mortgage, which means that they are now building an asset, right?
They're building what many people call generational wealth, which is one of the biggest.
See, I'm glad I looked at the chat when I did, because it's good to hear what he was saying. I think I was saying a lot of stuff he was saying, but I was thinking y'all could hear the video. But just let's try to catch up a little bit. It's good that a lot of people left, because I don't want the people around me that's just going to be negative. I don't. I'm trying to break those chains that they put on you in your brain. You got to understand this information. That's all it is. Is nobody's better than you. Nobody's smarter than you. Nothing. They just know information you don't know. It's just as simple as that.
Lies when it comes to money. The reason why is because your house is actually a money pit. And that's why I want you to think of your house as a liability. But I want you to hear me clearly. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy a house. I'm not saying it's bad to buy a house. You have to treat your house like a liability. This suit that I'm wearing is a liability. This watch is a liability. My shoes are liabilities. Should I not buy them? No. I got to make sure I can afford them. So when people think about buying a house, what do they think of? They think, I'm going to build generational wealth. I'm going to build wealth. I'm going to pay it off. And I'm going to be able to have more freedom in my life because I can.
So right here, when I was talking about, that's when I was talking about the houses being, like you got to pay a lot of interest up front. When you first buy your house, you basically paying it, mostly of that money going towards interest. The interest, I think it's like 10 years. The first is front loaded with interest. My realtor explained this to me when I bought my house. But it was all about me being able to afford the house. Once I understood I could afford the house, and I realized, okay, this could be a foundation for my kids. So when they leave, and like my son is already in college, my daughter is a freshman in high school. By the time she get out of high school, that's when I would be putting this property up for rent. I would be renting this place out. You know, then I'll probably take out some of the equity in this house and purchase another house, right? And try to rent that one out as well. Depending on, you know, the situation of the world at that time. We got 4 more years to go. By then, I might have a lot of money. Shout out Donald Trump. But I'm glad you guys can hear this.
Own this house. Let's go with the best case scenario. You buy a home for, let's call it $300,000.
Hey, look, right? I got the chat up now in case something go wrong, because I just learned my lesson from that. I don't know how long y'all was in here listening without this video playing, but I got the chat up now so y'all can see the chat. See, I do dumb shit sometimes. I'm a dummy. Oh, well, at least I could admit that, though.
You pay it off. And throughout your lifetime, this $300,000 home grows in value to $1 million. And now you're going to say, Jaspreet, I've showed you this is an asset. My house tripled in value.
Miss V, absolutely. I think that's what I missed. You guys probably missed that part when he was talking about his first home he bought was a foreclosed house. It depends on how much work the house need. If you think that you're fixing the house up might bring you wealth, it depends on what you want to do with the wealth. But yes, I would buy a foreclosed house. She said like 30 minutes. Dang. So yes, I will buy. I just had to stop looking at the chat to get the distractions, man, because people be trying to distract, and I don't like that. You know, I don't just come on here looking for distractions and stuff. I don't let the chat drive my talk. I do what I do. If people listen, that's fine. But his first home he said he bought was a foreclosed property. you know, and then he bought it for like $8,000 or something because he bought it because it was foreclosed on. So yes, but it depends on how much work the house need. You better make sure you got somebody that's going to look at the house to see if it's worth anything for you to be buying a foreclosed house. Because not, you got to think about it. If a house is foreclosed on, that means somebody didn't really take care of it. You know what I mean? Or you could get a good. All right, V said the mods will get them out the way before you can even see it. Yep, Miss Lethal in here. Facts. So let's get back into this. This is very important, man.
You more than tripled in value, and now I'm going to pass it down to my kids. So now, yeah, your kid's got $1 million house, but unless they have the income to support paying for $1 million house, they might have to find some more cash. Now what do they do? Because you can't just pull cash out of this house, right? I mean, it's not an ATM unless you go to the bank. The bank will give you the cash because the bank says, oh, you have $1 million house. How about we loan you $800,000? But that's not an ATM because you have to pay that money back plus interest.
Right. You got to pay the bank back plus interest. So if you get a loan on a house, you better know what you're doing with that loan.
And now, unless your kids have the income to pay for the property tax, to pay for the insurance, to pay for the upgrades, to pay for the maintenance and the mortgage, they can't afford the house. So maybe now they have to sell. Okay, now you sell it. You got $1 million. Great. We're not even going to talk about taxes right now. But you got $1 million. You're rich. But if they don't have any financial education and you have $1 million, what's going to happen? Well, let's think about this. If you had $1 million, what would you do with it? If I went down the street and I asked the average person, if I wrote you a check for $1 million today, what would you do?
Ask me what I do with it. I bet you I know what I do with it. I'll be looking for some real estate and I'll be investing that shit like a mug. I'll be trying to buy up all type of shares, and it depend. I'll be looking at earnings reports. Give me $1 million. It's over with. Because if I could grow 5,000 to 70,000, shoot, what you think I could do with $1 million? Give me that money. You know why? Because I got the information instilled in me already. I know what a PE ratio is, all of that. I've been doing all type of research before I get the money. That way, when I do get the money, I know what to do with it. Believe that.
What are people going to say? I'm going to go to the Bahamas. I'm going to buy myself a nice...
You didn't hear me say none of that stuff. I'm not going to no damn Bahamas. I'm trying to flip that and make whatever asset I buy pay for that trip to Bahamas.
house. I'm gonna buy myself a nice car, buy myself some nice clothes, go to the Gucci store, go to the Louis Vuitton store, and buy myself the extra guac at Chipotle.
Well, I tell you what, you gave me $1 million. I'm definitely gonna get a nice car. You know what I'm saying? See, that's a dumb thing, but I ain't gonna get a $500,000 Rolls Royce. Nah, I'm probably gonna spend about $60,000-$75,000 on a nice little whip. You know, but I ain't gonna overdo it. But most of that money will be invested. Believe that. Most of it, the majority of it, will be invested because I know that's how you bring more money in it. Money is like foot soldiers. It's like a tool. You use that tool to bring you back more foot soldiers.
That's what the average person will do. Now, maybe you're a little bit more financially smart. You say, I'm just going to live off of $50,000 a year. But after 20 years, you have nothing left. Not to mention the fact that 10 years from now,
inflation. Watch you say inflation.
$50,000 a year lifestyle is going to buy you half of what it can today.
That's because of inflation, what he just said. But yeah.
That $50,000 a year lifestyle is going to buy you half of what it can today. So now let's go back to that situation. You thought you built generational wealth. You did a good thing about paying off the mortgage because you don't have to pay the mortgage payment. But is that really?
You said Airbnb properties? Airbnb is a great tool. You buy the properties, you rent them on Airbnb. I know people that use the Airbnb app and they spend $3,000 to $4,000 for a week at a property. You know, depending on what you do. The Airbnb should be, if you wanted to get an Airbnb, you should be looking for real estate in prime locations where people frequently tour. Right? I used to think about buying an Airbnb in Miami somewhere, but then you go look at the Airbnb prices in Miami. I mean, home prices in Miami, they like averages. You need $1 million out there, so you know it's very expensive. You want to look for locations that people would frequent, they would use it. Don't just like my house. I don't want an Airbnb in this house because it probably wouldn't get that many people. You know, I want to do it in an area where a lot of tourism happens. So that way I know my Airbnb will be booked out. Similar apps you could use is Turo. Like say, I know one of my friends, he bought like a high-end Corvette and he put it on Turo. And basically he rent the car out every weekend. You know, the car would be rented out, but he's charging people enough money that actually the car, he end up paying for it. And then he start getting another car. Now he has a fleet of cars that he put on Turo and people just rent them. He said the ones he used that gets him the most money, you would be surprised, is like the smaller cars, like a Toyota Corolla or something. He said, man, the car is never here. It's always somebody pick the car up every day. The car is never here. You know, so he's constantly generating income off of renting his cars out off the Turo app. It's similar to Airbnb, but just with cars. So yes, that's a good tool. But I don't know how they gonna finesse that now with the Airbnbs, because somebody was telling me something about Airbnb starting to charge people a lot of money. I don't know because I don't have an Airbnb, but that's a great idea. You know, same like with the Turo app. Married man in the building. Yes, sir. Appreciate you pulling up, married man. Bruh, I was in here reacting to this video. This is a good video, and I had it on mute. But we ain't really get too far in it yet. So I was just babbling a little bit. But the babbling, it means something.
The type of generational wealth that you want. And now to fully hammer this home, I'm not saying it's bad to own a house. It's actually very great. It's an amazing thing to own a house free and clear, because now you can rest assured. You don't have to worry about the mortgage payments. If you have the financial education, that's great. But let's talk about now the real way to do this and build true wealth. When I buy my real estate investment properties and my property values go up, the rental values also go up. The rent is what pays for the maintenance. The rent is what pays for the upgrades. The rent is what's paying for the property taxes and the insurance. The rent is putting money in my pocket. And this is cash flow that I can use. I can use this cash flow.
Yo, he's breaking the game down. He's breaking the game down right here. The information.
The rent is what pays for the upgrades. The rent is going to go up. Buy my real estate investment properties. But let's talk about now the real way to do this and build true wealth. When I buy my real estate investment properties and my property values go up, the rental values also go up. The rent is what pays for the maintenance. The rent is what pays for the upgrades. The rent is what's paying for the property taxes and the insurance. The rent is putting money in my pocket. And this is cash flow that I can use. I can use this cash flow to buy a vacation. I can use this cash flow to buy food. I can use this cash flow to pay for my lifestyle. But your house doesn't do that. You have to pay to live in your house.
But people think, they're getting their mortgage payments, they're spending whatever they are, spending on their mortgage payments. They think we're kind of told that mortgage payment is an investment.
Yeah, but that's not true, right? Like I was saying earlier, your mortgage payment is front loaded with interest. I think it's like at least like the first 10 years of your mortgage, you're not paying that much on your principal. It's mostly going towards interest. So it could be an asset, but you want to what the guy is talking about is buying an investment property, not that you live in there, because most of the times you buy a house, it's almost a liability because you the one living there. So that means you got to pay the mortgage. Nobody's paying your mortgage. So if I rented this house out, I would obviously charge whoever's the renter more than what I pay in mortgage and expenses, so that they can pay all of my bills and I profit off of the transaction. So I might charge somebody $3,500 to live here. My mortgage only let's say $2,300, and the difference in there I get to keep it. That's called cash flow. Like the guy is saying. But if you think that you buying a house and you living in it, yeah, your house will grow. You better hope your house go up in value, because sometimes houses don't go up in value. They stay the same, or they might go down a little bit. The housing market is its own market, but hopefully your house goes up in value. Then you get some equity in your property. Then it takes you a while before you start paying the principal down. The banker is really getting most of the money for like the first 10 years off of your home, like mine's, So it's the same thing. I just live here now because I got kids. But once my daughter graduates high school, when she goes to college, I'm going to probably rent this property to somebody else. So now this could become an asset to me instead of a liability. You see? But right now I can afford to live here. That's why I live here.
Into an asset.
Your mortgage payment is a payment to your bank. Banks are not stupid. In fact, they're very smart. Banks do something called front loading your mortgage.
V funny. I just saw that. It say, yeah, like on the outskirts of my IMA right there. She said, would you invest in escort services, driving, not the other escort? Yeah, because the other escort get your ass locked up. You could invest in that. But yeah, like you talking about like I go buy, say I go get a big SUV and then I just drive people around. Yes, that's like Uber. If somebody got a nice new car and they just Uber it and that car was generating the money, that's an asset. That's an asset to that person. But you better make enough money that pays for the car, right? The amount of income you bring in, it needs to pay for the car and pay for the maintenance on the car, and you need to make a profit out of it, or it's not a good investment. You know, you got to weigh your pros and cons, but that's a great idea as well. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back into it.
What that means is if you go out and get a 30-year mortgage, which is what many people do in America, and you pay $3,000 a month on your mortgage, you're not paying $1,500 to your interest, to your bank, and $1,500.
Okay, now he's getting into it. He's going to break it down to what I just said, but he's going to say it a professional way. But I think y'all understood me, but let's see what he say.
To your principal, your equity, the way it works is banks front load your mortgage, which means for the first almost 15 years, it's about 14 years and 8 months or so.
Okay, he said 15 years. I thought it was 10 years. I mean, it doesn't matter to me, but I know what he's talking about because this happened to me. My realtor explained all this to me, that my interest on my house is being paid first. Mostly the bank is collecting their money first. And my principal, like the principal on the loan, that gets very minimum of my first like, well, he just told me 15 years of that 30-year loan. The first 15 years is front loaded with interest payments. After that, then you start paying more towards the principal to get your that's how you pay the house off. That's why your mortgage is 30 years. They front loaded with interest.
But for almost 15 years of your mortgage, the first 15 years, the majority of your mortgage payment is going directly into your banker's pocket in the form of interest. Which means if you're paying $3,000 a month on your mortgage, for the first part of your mortgage, maybe $100 is going out of the $3,000 into your equity.
Sheesh. He said if you paying $3,000 a month, probably $100 is going into your principal.
The other $2,900 is going right into your banker's pocket with interest. And now, yeah, after 15 years, now half of your mortgage payment is going to your equity and half is going to interest. But if you refinance before that 15-year mark, that starts over. And so this is where banks understand the game. Again, I'm not against buying a house, but you got to understand the money.
So basically, I know what refinancing is too. Like if you got a house and you try to refinance to pull out some money out of the house, then that means your loan just started all over again. You know, so you got to be wise when you're making these moves with your properties. You know, a lot of people do these stuff and don't know what they're doing, especially like if you get a home equity loan, they basically loaning you the money that's in your house. And if you don't, you would then have two mortgages. You'll have your original mortgage and the second mortgage would be on the loan that you just took out. Now, it's a knucklehead on here that be like, oh, Biz was talking about a HELOC. A HELOC loan. That's because they're ignorant imbecile. They don't know what a HELOC is. It's called a home equity line of credit. It's different than a home equity loan. It's two different things. The line of credit is what a lot of business people use because they're going to be frequently borrowing. Like say, yes, you have an interest rate and all that, but say I got $100,000 equity in my home, right? And I want to borrow that $100,000, but I don't want to. The difference between a home equity loan and a home equity line of credit The home equity loan is a one lump sum money, and you got to start paying right away, right? So if I get a home equity loan for $100,000 for the knucklehead in the room that was talking shit, right? That I remember, but I don't want to give you no shine because you a worthless bum, just like 90% of people on this motherfucker, right? So with that see how I got the information in my head, but people let the words dumb drive them away. That's because they literally are dumb. But I got the information in my head. So the home equity loan, basically the bank is going to give me $100,000 loan, use my house as collateral for that $100,000. So now they have a second mortgage on my house. I have the original mortgage and I have the second mortgage, which would be the home equity loan. And that automatically comes with a payment the first day. So say I borrow $100,000 and I don't use it. Well, I got to pay a payment on that $100,000 right away. Right. And if I decide to pay that money back, I don't get to use it again. Versus the home equity line of credit is I apply for the home equity line of credit. I got $100,000 in my home. I can use a line of credit, which means I don't have to pay nothing if I don't use nothing. Like say I take out a home equity line of credit on my house for $100,000, right? And I don't use the $100,000. Well, then guess what? I don't have to pay a payment. But if I only need, say I got that home equity line of credit for $100,000, I only need to borrow $20,000, then I only pay interest on that $20,000. And once I pay that $20,000 back, I can use the line of credit again. It's almost like a big ass credit card using your house as collateral, right? That's why I'd rather get a home equity line of credit, because I think like a businessman. Now it's different if you want to get a car. Say you want to buy a car, you might want to get the home equity loan, because you're going to get a fixed payment and it's going to be long. But somebody like me, I want the line of credit because I want to be able to see a business transaction over here, go buy that house, make my profits and pay the money back, and then be able to do it again, rinse and repeat. And on your home equity lines of credit, some of them last for maybe 10 years. You have what they call the 10-year draw period, right? So you can draw on it up to 10 years. On some of them are like 3. It depends on what institution you use. You got like anywhere from 3 to 10 years. They give you a draw period. So say I want to go buy some Bitcoin because the market crashed, and then Bitcoin rises. I make a profit. I'll sell the Bitcoin and put the money back on the home equity line of credit, and then I can use that money again if I want, right? So this is the difference between the two. So knucklehead that's bankrupt, you don't know nothing about no money. Don't talk to me about Mr. Home Equity Loan. You don't know what the hell you talking about. It's called a HELOC, dummy. A home equity line of credit, stupid. But that's why you in bankruptcy, because you a dummy. But let's get on with the show.
Game of money, and most people don't understand that. And so the mistake that people make is they buy a house they can't afford, and now they're paying all this money into their mortgage, thinking that I'm building wealth. They no longer have money to save. They no longer have money to invest into other real assets, and their money is just going to pay down their mortgage, thinking that this is going to build my wealth. But you've been sold a lie.
This term opportunity cost, most people don't know.
See, this is why I respect my realtor, because my realtor actually explained all this to me. And when he was telling me, he was like, man, don't be telling nobody this stuff. He sent me, he literally sent me what is my paying on my house? And I was like, man, this messed up. He was like, man, but if you rent that house out, it'll be totally different. Then the person living there will be paying all that interest and paying all you. It won't be coming out of your pocket. You just basically own the house by your name being on the house, but that person living there will be paying for all of that stuff, and you're gaining all of that equity in that house off another person's misfortune because they don't have good credit and stuff like that. But they could be also smart, because sometimes people rent houses and they making a lot of money because they don't want to buy a house. It just depends on your situation.
This term opportunity cost means, but it appears to be very pertinent to what you're saying, especially when you just said this is money that you can't then invest in assets. Can you explain?
Right. See, I agree with that. That's why I want the line of credit, because The money I'm paying on my mortgage, imagine if I was putting that in the market as well, right? But I do this because my kids live here, right? If my kids didn't live here, then I'm telling you, I'll be renting this house out. I wouldn't be living here. But my kids live here. So it's like, damn, I wish I could take that money that I'm not wasting, but I'm putting into my house. And instead of doing that, take that money and invest that as well into these markets. Then I'll be able to make a lot more money than I make now.
Explain what opportunity cost is and how it's impacted if you buy a house.
Sure. If you have, let's make the numbers very simple. You want to buy a $100,000 home, and let's say the banks require a 20% down payment, $20,000. You could do a few things. Number one, you can take that $20,000 and go out and buy this house. And now that's how that money has been used. But if you use the money to buy the house, you lose the opportunity to take that $20,000 and say, use it to buy a rental property. You lose the opportunity to use that $20,000 to invest in the stock market.
See, this is, you hear what he's saying? It say you, like he's saying, if that down deposit that you put on your house, you could use that money and invest with. But if you put it on the house, now you understand what you got yourself into. See, I did it the opposite, right? The way I got my house was by investing. I started investing first. I was investing first, and that's how I got the money to buy the house, through investing. I started investing in the stock market, and I made a lot of money in the stock market, and I took some of the profits, not all of the profits, and I took some of the profits, and that's how I bought my house. So I did it the way that I think I supposed to. I think I did it the right way. When I invested first, made a hell of a lot of profit, and took that profit and bought my house. I didn't save up money and then go buy the house and still never invested. That's how I actually gained my house, was through investing. So I started investing first before I got my house. The way I was able to buy my house was through investing. This is why I'm so upset and I'm so passionate about this. I would say that's the right word. Passionate about this subject because I know you can do this shit. People can do this if they put their mind to it. But a lot of people are stupid, man. They don't pay attention.
You lose the opportunity to take that $20,000 and maybe build a business. Now the question is, what is going to give you the best and most growth? Now, hopefully this house that you buy will go up in value. It's not guaranteed. We know the houses don't always.
Hey, Miss V, I just seen a comment. I told you I'm starting to look at the comment a little bit. It say, the credit union is good. Yes, the credit union has good interest rates. So that's why people like using credit unions, because of the interest rates they charge their customers on their money, right? Versus some banks might have a little higher interest rates, but that stems from the interest rates. So she's asking, I've heard that a credit union is best for buying a house. Do you know how true that is? It depends on the interest rate, but mostly credit unions are more interest rate friendly. So that's where you get that from, and it could be definitely 100% true. Credit unions are good. Say, Biz, what was your first investment? My first investment was a risky investment. It was I invested on the little temperature thing that they point at your head, right? This was before, when COVID first started, like in 2019, just like it say, right? And they first started talking about this COVID stuff. My brain was locked in on, the world is going through this COVID stuff, and so I need to invest in whatever's going to be the answer for this COVID stuff. I was on the COVID train, right? It wasn't about no Bitcoin. It was about this COVID stuff because that's who had the world shut down. So I was looking through and I saw this company, and they made these temperature things. So when you walk through the building, the scanner automatically knew if you had a temperature, right? So I said, oh shoot, this might be everywhere, this little idea. So when you walk, like if you walk in a courthouse, the thing will automatically let people know if you had a fever. So I saw that and I put like $1,000 in there, right? With my investing into that. And next thing you know, that shit went to like $10,000. And I didn't really know what's going on. I was like, I just made a whole lot of money. So I sold that shit. I was like, y'all not gonna get this money back. I sold that shit. Then I looked for another investment. right? So now that I made this $10,000, what I'm gonna do with this 10,000? I said, well, you know, shoot, I made it 10,000 off 1,000. Maybe I could flip this as well. So I took that 10,000. Then I start looking at companies like, it was one company called Shopify that I invested in because it was stay at home shit that was popping at that time. You know, it was anything that had to do with e-commerce or online shopping. It's another one. What was the other one? Shopify was one. It was another one. Ooh, in my head, I made a lot of money off that too. I forgot what it was, man. It'll come to me eventually. But basically, it was anything that sold stuff that was online. Amazon was a good one at this time. It's another company, man. They sell furniture. I know the company, but somebody would have to mention it to me, and I would just be like, "Oh yeah, I made money on that." It was man, I know the shares was at $50 a share, and I put like $10,000 in there, and it went to like a lot of money, like almost 50-some thousand. And I was like, holy shoot. And I start telling everybody, I was like, yo, you know, y'all got to follow the trend. But of course, ignorance don't care who it absorbs. You know, ignorance is just bliss. You know what I'm saying? So with the COVID being out here, that was the narrative. Then I saw this company called Moderna, right? I read this article and it said the United States government give Moderna I remember this shit like it was yesterday, $485 million for research leading to the vaccine for coronavirus. I said, what? I looked at my son. I said, baby boy, do the Lakers give LeBron James $100 million because they think he could play basketball or because they know he could play basketball? And my son was like, because they know he could play basketball. I said, they got the vaccine. There's no way that they gave him $485 million for research. They got the vaccine. They know they got the vaccine and they're paying them for the vaccine. And they're putting it out here saying it's just research. But I'm not stupid. So I put all my money in Moderna. Moderna went from like, when I first saw it was like $30 a share for the company. It went to like $400. And I made substantial amount of money on that off of what's going on in the world. I just followed the trend, right? So I made a lot of money off Moderna. It was announced that Moderna indeed had the vaccine, had one of the vaccines. It was a company called Moderna, and I made a lot of thousands of dollars on that. Super lot of thousands. So while everybody was focus on, oh, we can't go outside, COVID this, COVID that, I was over here thinking like the rich. How can I capitalize off of this? Pfizer had one and Johnson & Johnson had one, right? But Moderna was the cheaper one. It was the smaller one. So I put my money, a lot of money in there, and I made a lot of money, like $70,000, you know? So then when I got the money, I said, yo, I can't waste this money. I got to buy my kids a house, because I never had a house. And then I bought my house. And now my house went up in value since I bought it. So I'm winning all the way around the board. And now I'm back investing in crypto. Then I start getting into crypto, right? While I was investing in all of this COVID stuff, because that was the narrative, the biggest narrative in the world. I was following that trend. I had my eye on the cryptocurrency market. I was paying attention to what was going on over there. I was watching Bitcoin. I saw Bitcoin at $3,000 during this time. I saw it. And I was like, yo, I need to stick to this narrative, right? I saw that damn Bitcoin sitting at $3,000. But I didn't buy Bitcoin. I was stay focused on the narrative that was pushing in the media. But I steady had my eye on the cryptocurrency landscape. Soon as I made that money, that's when I flipped my whole trajectory from this corona shit. And now I'm on crypto 100% because I watched crypto move and I seen a cycle. I watched like 2 cycles of crypto play out already. I seen this shit happen before. Matter of fact, before this corona shit, people were telling me about Bitcoin. I just didn't understand it. You know, then I start figuring it out. I start paying attention to that, and less Cardi B and less all this nonsense that's going on in the world. I start paying attention to what matters, and that's how I start investing. So basically what I'm telling you is it's not the actual Bitcoin that makes me want to buy Bitcoin. It's the value in cryptocurrency that makes me want to buy it right now. And as long as cryptocurrency has the media and it has the narrative and it's pushing and moving the markets, that's where my focus is going to continue to be until the narrative changes. They say, when do you sell an investment? Once the narrative changes. If the narrative changes tomorrow to war and we going into war, it's a way you invest during war times, right? I would then start moving my money over to companies that make bombs and stuff like that, right? Because I understand we're going into a long war here. I'm going to make money off of that as well. So that's what I be doing. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I invested in Big Pharma. Absolutely. Wayfair. No, it wasn't Wayfair. It was another one. It was similar to Wayfair, but it was another one. Overstock. That's the name of the company. I knew it would come to me. Overstock. I made a lot of money in Overstock. And then I took those profits and I put it in Moderna. Yes, I made a lot of money off the coronavirus. Absolutely. Because I saw the news and I saw the trend and I went with the trend and I fucking made a lot of thousands of dollars. And then I start getting very angry. Like, yo, I could have been doing this. Like, I could have been doing this, but nobody taught me this. You know, basically, I'm self-taught with this stuff. I went seeking the information. I read books. I was seeking the knowledge. You know, I wasn't just sitting back crying victim. Oh, the world don't love me. And next thing you know, I'm biz right now. Well, I've been biz, but I'm biz in the life that I live right now. You know what I'm saying? I remember you saying this. You saying about the time you got it and you went up because you were mad because you could have gotten it cheaper. Yep. I got into Bitcoin, but I saw Bitcoin in the cryptocurrency market moving already. And then now that the coronavirus narrative is what? Over, my mind shift to the next most, what is it? What the captivating story in the world is crypto, right? So it's a fool that's not paying attention to this. It literally is a fool that's not paying attention to this. Just like it's a fool that wasn't paying attention when the coronavirus came, because you knew damn well that somebody was coming with that vaccine, and whoever got that vaccine was going to make a lot of money, right? So you invest with the trend. And I put a lot of money in Moderna. And one of my boys, I told him, and he was just arguing with me, you know, because it's always a knucklehead in the room, right? It's always a knucklehead in the room. He was like, how do you know they got the vaccine? I said, bruh, they gave them $485 million for research. You got me chopped up. You don't give Russell Westbrook $100 million contract because you think he could play basketball. That's not what happens here. You watch him play and he earns that contract. That's why you give him that amount of money. You know, it's no way Moderna don't got this vaccine if they giving them $485 million. And that was my brain. And I made a lot of money because of that. And then he said, man, I should have listened to you. And I just look at him and say, bruh, fucking dumbass. And then the same thing happened with crypto. I said, bruh, this is it right here. Everybody's paying attention to crypto. We need to pay attention to crypto. Everybody keeps saying the market is crashing. People don't want it. This is the time to buy it. Now he's looking at it. He say, damn, bruh, I should have listened to you. I said, bruh, don't let the next time I say something, you don't pay attention. Like, real talk. Real talk. Right now, I'm not looking at Bitcoin anymore. I'm looking at crypto, but not Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is not going to make me too much more money. I made a lot of money in, using Bitcoin, but right now my focus is on the altcoins, because altcoin season is coming up, right? And I understand this, and I like to use altcoins that have real world use. And my main altcoin right now that I've been focusing on is like 2 or 3 of them that I've been focusing on. One is called XRP. I'm heavily invested in XRP. I'm in XLM because it's a brother, sister kind of cousin to XRP. And then I also have a lot of position in this. It's a token called Crowcoin, crypto.com token. I'm heavily invested in that as well. Okay. That's where but I still have smaller investments in like Shiba Inu coin. I got some Bone token. Notice how my money is in the crypto market. Once I capitalize on this altcoin season, I'm gonna sell that position, sell those, take all that money, and we'll be looking for the new narrative. What's going on next? What's next? What's next to happen? This is how an investor thinks. You know, I'm always thinking about the next money move. This is why I'm so excited to see Donald Trump in the office. I'm going to be listening every time Donald Trump talks. I don't care who's on live. I will be watching Donald Trump talk because I want to hear what is he saying out of his mouth, because I'm going to go look. I'm looking for somewhere to put my money, Donald. What are you telling me? Talk to me. You know, he's not talking to the knuckleheads because they're not paying attention. They worried about whatever the rappers are talking about. Donald, what you say, man? Say that again. Anytime Donald Trump opens his mouth and he says a company's name, the next day that shit shoot off to the moon. And I already saw this happen, right? So I'm going to be listening very closely to what Donald Trump is talking about. And I'm going to make a move based on the narrative, right? So it's not all about Bitcoin. Bitcoin was the way to make a lot of money. And now I'm looking at the other coins because altcoin season is coming. So that's just a little bit of that. Now let me get back. It said, would you invest in birth control companies now that they overturn Roe and send it to the states to decide? Nah, I wouldn't invest in birth control companies. It depends on how much money they make. I don't know if they make that much money. You know, I invest in companies that have a lot of profit. So the company must be profitable. If the company is not profitable, it's not worth my investment. You know, if they're getting government subsidies and all of that stuff, they might be profitable, but it's just not an area I've been looking into. You know, I need to look at the market cap of these type of companies. You know, it's a lot of things that go in with investing. So you identify an idea, boom. Then you start looking up companies to invest in that idea, boom. Next, before you put your money in there, you look at the earnings report. The company, the past like 2 or 3 earnings reports. You want to see how the company's been doing, you know, in the past 2 or 3 months. 2 or 3 earnings reports. Each earning report come out once a quarter. So you want to look maybe a year and a half of their earnings reports and see how they're making their money. Is this business profitable? If this business is not profitable, how long before they become profitable? You know, what's their profit margins? All of that information is in the earnings report. Once you see that, then you understand, okay, this might be a good investment. Understanding the risk that maybe is not a good investment. So I'm not going to put my whole life savings into this investment, but it's a chance here for some growth. If I see growth, I'm probably going to invest, and I'm going to wait until the market has a downturn before I start to invest. Right. And it's ways you go about starting to invest, like puts and cover calls and all of that stuff. But people don't even know how to buy a stock. So we can't even talk about that type of stuff. Like puts, cover calls, cash secure puts. Like this is ways you get in and out the market. But, you know, that's for people that's advanced. You know, I'm trying to get people to even just learn, you know, before I start talking about covered calls and cash secure puts. And option trading. You think I could talk about option trading when people don't even know what Bitcoin is? There's no way, right? I'm trying, man. We gonna get to those option traders once I get the ignorance away from me. I need all ignorance away from me. I don't need 500-600 people in my chat. You know, that's not what I'm here for. I need a group of people that really want to learn. And then that's when we can move forward. So I need to get all the distractions away from me. And I don't care if it's 10 people in the room. Those 10 people are going to learn about options trading. They're going to learn about cash secure puts. They're going to learn about cover calls. They're going to learn about delta. What is the delta of a stock? You know, they're going to learn about What else? They're going to learn about candlesticks. We're going to learn about moving averages. It's a bunch of stuff we can learn about. But I got to get these knuckleheads away from me. Like, all the way away from me. And that's just what I'm doing. Process of elimination. I've been going through blocking the shit out of people. And I'm going to continue to do so. So, it say, Goldmouth says, I'm trying to learn option right now. Right. Because options are very dangerous. When I start talking about options, people need to be paying attention because you could get your whole wig split with an option if you don't know what you're doing. That's why I won't even talk about it, because I know the audience I'm talking to. They don't even know about buying a share. They don't even know how to buy a share. So we cannot jump to options trading, because then people going to be confused. You know, they're going to be like, what the hell is he talking about? And we got to start somewhere. So when I got a distraction of somebody just talking about how I speak, that's taken away from what I'm trying to do, you know? So options trading is very dangerous. You guys be careful, Goldmouth. Make sure you understand what you're doing, because you could get your whole wig split on option trading. You got options puts and calls. Two type of options, right? And the way I like to get into a trade or a position in the stock market is by using, it's a trick called cash secure puts. So say I did a bunch of, see, this is what I mean. I can't get into this right now. If I do a bunch of research on a company and I want to buy it, I might get a cash secure put on that company, and hopefully the price come down to me. And if it doesn't, then I'll make a premium anyway. But we could talk about that later. You know what I'm saying? This is what the rich people understand and the dummies don't. You know, I was a dummy as well, so don't get offended when I say that. I was a fucking dummy. I can admit that. I don't get offended. Oh, he called me dumb and start crying. I don't do that. I was a fucking dummy, right? Until somebody woke me up. And it wasn't really somebody, because they hide the information. I start looking for it. You know, I want to know. And that's how I got, you know, as much knowledge as I do about all this different stuff. And you could get the same knowledge, but you got to look for it. So it say you started in Robinhood in 2017. Boom. That's a good. That means you got a little knowledge. That means Goldmouth need to be in this chat helping. Like, Biz, this. Because we trying to help the people. Right? So let's get back to this video before I keep going sidetrack. Because, you know, I like to get sidetracked.
Will go up in value, no matter what your banker says, no matter what your real estate agent says, because we saw what happened after the 2008 crash, where real estate prices were slashed in half. It was...
Yo, pay attention, guys. I need you guys to listen to this. Listen to this right here. The 2008 crash, real estate prices were slashed in half. Everybody was in a crisis. And you know what the smart people did? The rich people did? They went and bought all that stuff up for a high discount. So, again, it's sad to say, but I take advantage of those type of issues in the economy. Same with COVID-19. That brought an extreme buying opportunity. Do you know that when COVID-19 came, I bought my house, my interest rate on my home is 2.25%. I got the lowest interest rate in history on my house because of that situation that was going on in the world. I capitalized on that, right? Now the average interest rate is like 6-7% for a house interest. So I'm winning only because of times of collapse, times of panic is where you make money. That's where the rich get richer, right? It's almost like I want to see some type of catastrophe, because that means I got a hell of an opportunity right there, but you have to be prepared for these opportunities, right? You must prepare yourself. Like right now, I'm preparing. I said this on my last stream. I'm preparing for the market to go down because of Christmas, because we got knuckleheads that's going to spend all their money on Christmas, right? And spend everything they got on Christmas. Not me. I'm going to be locked and loaded on Christmas. hoping the market crash so I can go buy more assets for cheaper price. Because mark my words, man, the market will recover if it crashes. And what people going to do is sell their assets to buy gifts and to you know, travel and buy hotels and rental cars and stuff. You know, that's what people going to do. And I'm going to capitalize off of that. Hopefully, that's what I'm thinking in my mind. So right now, what I've been doing is just putting money to the side. I'm not buying anything in these markets right now. I'm just putting money to the side, waiting for the market to come down. That way I can capitalize off the situation that's going on in the market. Like this guy said, 2008 financial crisis, the housing market was cut in half. So all the rich people in the room, all the people that got any kind of common sense should have used that as an opportunity to buy. But most people were scared. They were fearful, right? And then we get back to this. We get back to this quote right here. When it says easily, let me see. Right here it says, where'd it go? I'm looking. Hold on, guys. This is when I get to this quote. And it's one of the famous quotes in the world, but people don't pay attention to this. It say, be fearful when others are greedy, and you be greedy only when others are fearful, right? So I'm capitalizing off the fear of the world. If the world is in fear, 10 times out of 10, I'm going to be in greed mode. I'm going to be looking to buy stuff. Assets, not stuff. Buy assets. I'm going to be on the prowl. Like, yo, okay, this such and such happening. What is on sale? What is cheap? I need it. I need it for the low. That's how my brain operates, because I take in the right information that I'm trying to give away. You know, so let's keep going a little bit longer.
As much as 93% real estate values dropping in the state of Michigan, where I am. So we know real estate prices don't always go up. Stock prices don't always go up. Businesses don't always work. Everything has a risk. But now the question is, which risk do you want to take? And which risk do you want to take first? Are you in a situation now where you're ready to go out and buy a house? Or do you want to build your wealth first a little bit more? And that's the question that I want people to start.
See, this guy is a genius, man. This is why I know I'm going to be a millionaire. I know I'm going to be rich, because he's right. Remember, I told you I started investing first. I started trying to grow my wealth first before I went and bought my house. A lot of people, they saving money to go buy a house, and they think that's what they're supposed to do. You know, I understand that if I just saved and bought a house, guess what? I got no more savings, right? I need to grow my money up enough so that I have enough to get a house and continue investing. You understand? I'm not going to just save up $20,000 and go spend it all on a house. No. I need to say, if I'm going to do that, then I need to save up $35,000. Then I go spend $20,000 on a house, and I still got 15. You know, I still got to have something so I can use that 15 to try to grow more. You understand? So I turned 5 to 70 and I sold like 25,000, but I left the majority so I can continue to grow the wealth more, even more. You know, I got to have something to use to keep growing. I realized, how did I get this money? I understand how I got the money. So I'm not going to just spend it all. That would be dumb, right? That would be foolish if I did that.
Start thinking is, am I ready to buy a house? And then people say, well, if I go out and invest my money, the problem is housing prices keep going up. I'm chasing this housing market. It keeps getting more and more and more expensive. And you're 100% right. It's a risk. But there's also a risk that housing prices could fall.
I think one of the biases that makes people want to buy a house is that they're currently renting and they see that as just giving money away. So they think, listen, I could spend this money on a mortgage and I'll own this thing one day, or I could spend this same $2,000, whatever it is, on rent, and I'm never going to own this thing.
Well, I'm here in Los Angeles right now. I had to stay in a hotel. That hotel payment is paying somebody's mortgage. It's paying somebody's college tuition. It's paying for somebody's stuff. When I go to a restaurant and I eat out, I'm paying for somebody's mortgage I'm paying for somebody's college tuition. I'm paying for somebody's bills. Because when you go out and you rent, that's what everybody says. I'm making my landlord rich. Well, when you eat at a restaurant, you're making that restaurant owner rich. When you go to a hotel, you're making the hotel owner rich. When I go and buy a mug, I'm making the mug owner rich. And the reality is, yeah, it's good for you to own a house. But are you ready to own a house? Can you afford to own a house? And
You see what he's saying? He's saying is, yes, it's good to own a house, but can you afford to own a house? That's the big question. If you can't afford to own a house, then you shouldn't be looking to own a house. You should be looking to grow your wealth until you can afford to buy a house, right? This is the keys. So it's not just, oh, the American dream, I got to save my money and buy this house. No. You need to be able to afford to buy the house before you buy the house. You should grow your wealth first so that way you can afford it. That's what I did. So I must have did right. Hey, this guy on the screen is a millionaire, okay? This is why I listen to people like this.
what do you want to own first? I rent where I live right now. I am making my landlord rich today. I also rent where my office is. I am making my office landlord very rich because my office rent is very expensive. You feel bad for me? I hope not. And this is where we have to get over these money myths that many people keep selling you, that you can't build wealth if you rent where you live. You can't build wealth if you don't get a good degree. That's not the way that the system works.
This is what I've been on here trying to say to people. People say this to me all the time. They be like, yo, I don't have enough. I got to do this. I'm like, bruh, stop telling me that shit. You're just making excuses. It's just a bunch of excuses coming out your mouth. Stop telling me you can't do that shit. Stop telling me that, yo. I don't want to hear that. Right? I want to hear, yo, where can I start? How do I get started? Or where's the information at? Let me look for the information. That's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear I don't got enough. That's not true. But idiots think that's true because they're taught to think that's true.
See, there's the traditional rules and then there's the real financial education money rules. And again, I'm not saying it's bad to own a house, but it's bad to own a house you can't afford.
How do you know if you can afford one?
Well, there's three parts to afford a house. You have to afford the down payment, you have to afford the monthly payment, and you have to afford the moving costs. I'm going to start from the simplest one, which is the moving costs, because many people don't factor this in. When you buy a house, you got to move in. And I'm not talking about the closing costs. You might have to hire movers, which are expensive. You might have to upgrade your furniture, which is expensive. You might have to upgrade the house, which is expensive. Factor that in. Then I want to talk about your down payment. People don't like when I say this, but I don't say what I say to make friends. I say what I say to help people be better with money.
That's the right statement, Goldmouth. You're not a dummy. You just wasn't aware. Right. But when I say the word dumb, people get triggered. Boy, they be getting upset about that. But it's the same. What's wrong, doggy? You all right? You chilling? Dog just looking at me. My daughter dog here. But you need to pay attention because this stuff is going over a lot of people's head, but we gonna learn. We gonna learn.
If you want to afford the house, you have to have at least a 20% down payment. That way you actually have some equity, some skin in the game. That way you can actually afford the house. The third part is you have to afford the monthly payments. Now, every bank is going to have a different rule for you. Banks have like the 28% rule and these other rules.
Sorry, just on that last point, why do people not like it when you say that?
Because it's very hard to pay a 20% down payment. Housing is expensive. You want to buy a $500,000 house? You have to have $100,000 as a minimum for your down payment.
Okay.
And that's extra cash.
Great.
Now, if we talk about the monthly costs, the simple way that I like to follow it is you have to have a system for yourself. You have to know how much money you are allowed to spend, how much money you need to be investing, and how much money you have to be saving every single month. Then just factor it in. So the way I like to look at it, a simple rule of thumb is something like a 75, 15, 10 plan, which says for every dollar that you earn from here on out, 75 cents is the maximum that you can spend.
Yo, y'all need to listen to this. This is it. He's giving a gem, a major gem. So I don't want to hear, I don't have no money. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it. You living beyond your means and you're wasteful spending. I don't want to hear it. I don't. I really don't. He's giving you the blueprint. And I've said this multiple times. Just not paying attention.
You earn from here on out. 75 cents is the maximum that you can spend.
Okay, so out of every dollar that you get, according to him, right? I normally say 70 30 because I'm 70 30. That's the rule, right? Out of every dollar, a maximum you could spend is 75 cents. He giving you extra 5 cents out of every dollar that you could spend on foolishness or your life. Let's not say foolishness, on your life and your foolishness, right? 75 cents out of every dollar. The other 25 cents, let's listen.
15 cents is the minimum that you invest.
15 cents is the minimum that you invest. So 15 cents off of every dollar should be the minimum that you invest. So every dollar you making, this is why people selfish as fuck. They scared to invest the 15%. I mean the 15 cent of a dollar. This is why I don't got no money. You lying. You go to work, you make money, you overspending, and you selfish. Because 15 cents out of every dollar you make should be going towards investing. If not, then you will continuously be in this rat race, in this stupid game that they got you stuck, not paying attention to. This man said the minimum should be 15 cents off a dollar that you invest. I am a little more aggressive because I got to catch up. They owe me, right? So I know that they owe me money. I'm going to spend more than 15 cents off a dollar my investment. I told you I'm going to spend 30 cents off my dollar. I'm doubling that 15. 30 cents out of my dollar going to investing because they owe me. I got some catching up to do. This is the part where you look in the mirror and you say to yourself, yo, can I afford to spend? Well, not can I afford, because you can. You're just not doing the shit. I need to put 15 cents out of every dollar that I make towards my investing. That's it. Period. Or you will continuously be in a rat race. You don't have to do it. But don't get mad when you can't take that vacation. Don't get mad when you can't get that car you need. Don't be mad when your light bill too high and you can't afford to pay it. Right? So we got the rule. We got 75 cents out of each dollar you get. You should be able to spend. Right? That maintains your life, everything. 15 cents is for investing. So let's see what the other 10 cents he say go.
10 cents is the minimum that you save. 15 cents is the minimum that you invest. 10 cents is the minimum that you save.
Okay, so you saving 10 cents out of every dollar. You investing 15 cents out of every dollar. And you're spending 75 cents out of every dollar. So that savings account is going to be for emergencies and things like that. We should have an investing account, a savings account, and spending account. Me, told you, I'm more risky. They owe me. Everything I got in savings is in the market. I ain't playing with these people. They owe me money, okay? Because I should have been knew about this. I got some catching up to do. I don't got a savings account. I got a brokerage account. All of my money is in the market. All of my savings account. Well, let's just say my savings account is the market. That's where all of the extra money I make goes into the market. I'm not playing no games. Right? No games. If something happened that messes up and cause my life, a roof or something I need to fix, then I just have to sell some of my assets. But everything I own, all of my savings is in the market because I'm more aggressive. I got some catching up to do. Right? Now, if I was learned this when I was 18, 21, I got more time, then I probably would stick to what he's saying. because I know that I don't got all this time, because this is what we're supposed to be learning as youth. So if I was 18, 21 getting the first job and I knew these principles and I was applying these principles to my life, then maybe I wouldn't be so aggressive now as the stage I'm in life right now, right? This is why I say it's not about you. It's about your youth. It's about the youth, you know? So let's keep going.
Now, let's do the math. If you know that you make, let's call it $100,000 a year, that means the max you can spend out of the $100,000 is $75,000. So if out of that $75,000, you can afford your mortgage costs, you can afford your food, you can afford your vacations and lifestyle, then sure, you can afford it. But if you can't afford that, then you can't.
Now, I'm about to prove a point right here. We 30 minutes in this video. This is a great educational thing what he's saying out his mouth right now, but it's a lot of people in our community that checked out of the video in the first 10 minutes. So they missed the information and they clicked on what's going on YouTube, what's going on Instagram, where's the drama at? Let me go check on Lil Durk. Let me go see what's going on with Lil P. Diddy and his bond and all this dumb shit. This is what they did. They didn't make it this far because they have a simple-minded attention span. He's giving straight. I said this already myself. I call it the 70-30 rule. But this is what needs to be taught to our children. They can't even make it this far because they so consumed with idiots and gossip and drama. This is why I get them away from me very easily by tools. Unsubscribe, get up out of here because this channel ain't for you. You're an idiot. If you think that I'm calling you an idiot, that makes you even more idiot because I'm calling the things you do idiotic. That's it. You're not a dummy. You just don't know better. Nobody taught you. Once you learn, you can never unlearn what you learned already. You know? So pay attention.
Can't afford that mortgage. And the reason why I like to go by this rule is because some people are going to say, I can live in a small house. I just want an expensive car and some nice vacations. Other people are going to say, I want a beautiful home. I don't care about the car and vacations. So now you can factor it all in there. How much can you afford out of that 75% of what you make?
Do you think people even know how much money they spend?
No.
No. Do you even think people know how much money they spend? His first response, no. Don't tell me you ain't got no money because you wasting it on foolishness because you don't even know how much you spend.
I was thinking, I wonder how many people listening right now know over the last 6 months the exact figure that they spend every single month.
Most people, statistically, are living paycheck to paycheck
So they're basically spending everything.
or more.
Okay.
78%.
Most people are living paycheck to paycheck and they spending more than what they bringing in. That would consider a dumbass. That's a dummy. Point blank. Most people are ignorant and dumb to the ideas of how money moves and what they should be doing with their money. It's not your fault that you are ignorant and dumb to this money stuff. It's not your fault. It's the way society blocks the information so you don't know. They tell you to go to college and all this other stuff. They're not telling you the principles of money and how it works. It's not your fault, but you can't deny that you don't know the information. Most people, some people do. The people that know the information, they had to seek it out and find it. You can't find this stuff in no school book.
of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, which means I make some money and I spend all of it or more. There's a joke that I like to make, which is in the traditional Indian culture, people make $1 to spend 20 cents. In the traditional American culture, people make $1 to spend $2 through the help of lines of credit.
People make $1 to spend $2. Facts. I don't want to hear, I don't got it, I don't do this, I don't got it, you don't know everybody's situation, blah, 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 blah. Shut up. You're just making a bunch of excuses and you cutting off the real point. The point is what I'm saying is true. Okay? You don't know how to manage your money. Just because it's your money don't mean you know what to do with it. But you got enough money. You're just not applying yourself and trying to understand. And that's what the truth is. Period. Most Americans make $1 to spend $2 because they want to be like the Joneses. Notice how I said the words most. So it kills me when an individual or individuals, because it's not just one, it's a bunch of people on here talking shit. Ronald just tried to come up on this platform. Ronald, you're not coming up here. I don't got time for ignorance. Ronald in the back chat. We got all type of people. Miss 504 talking about how I call everybody dumb. They just take away from what I'm saying when I'm saying the actual truth. The literal truth I'm saying on my mouth. But, oh, Biz call everybody dumb. Like, what? Nigga, that's why you dumb. Because that's all you get out of this shit. Is that I'm calling everybody dumb. And now I'm doing it even more just to piss people off and say it on purpose. I wasn't doing it on purpose before. Now I'm doing it on purpose because you are dumb. 90% of people. I ain't call nobody's name. I'm saying the same thing he's saying. He just talking to people that's going to listen, that's smart enough to actually listen. Our community is not consist of people like this. The majority of our community, let's not say all of us, okay? Do you understand? I didn't say the word all. So when I say a lot of our community is dumb, I don't understand how you equivalent that to yourself as me talking to you, right? Did I say your name? No. I didn't say nobody's name. I'm talking in general. So you know if you one of these dummies that I'm talking about. It's up to you not to feel so bad that I said the word dummy. And what you should be paying attention to is the 75 cents out of $1. That's what you should be paying attention to. That's what need to be highlighted. Not the fact that, oh, he called everybody dumb. Because that's stupid. Let's talk about how you should be spending 75 cents out of $1. And the 25 cents you should be saving and investing. Let's talk about that. Cause that's what you should have heard. Not that, yo, Biz call everybody dumb. Fuck is that? That's some bullshit. It's some straight up bullshit. And that's why you stuck where you at. Cause out of everything I said, all you heard was he called people dumb. That's why you a fucking dummy. Because are you not understanding 75 cents out of $1 that you should be spending? 25 cents of that should be saving and investing. You missed that part though. Because you stopped when I said the word dumb, right? This the ignorance that go on this app. This is why I got to get people the fuck away from me. Because I don't got time for that. I don't got time for people fucking me up talking about how I call people dumb. It's no room for none of that shit with me. I'm so serious about this that I mean what I say. I mean it from my heart, bruh. And only to better you. All I'm doing is trying to better you. Take your sensitive ass somewhere else. If Miss 504 gonna sit up there and say he calling everybody dumb, but her broke ass is on this app borrowing money from everybody, that's the dummy I'm talking about. That's the people I'm talking about. When you looking for your next fit meal and all that shit, that's 75 cents out of $1, man. You should have heard that part. You worry about the word dumb, dummy. You sitting up there and say, please call everybody dumb. Shut up. Did you hear me say 75 cents out of $1 you should be spending? 25 cents you should be saving out of every dollar? Now, if you did that, if you just live by that alone, maybe you won't be borrowing money from somebody. But you know what Americans do, right? They make $1 and try to spend $2. The one that's doing that is the dummy. I don't know who it is. You know who you are. They say a hit dog holler. So the one telling me that I'm calling everybody dumb is normally the dummy. Because I ain't calling nobody names.
Credit cards, and other forms of debt to spend $2 through the help of lines of credit. In the traditional American culture, people make $1 to spend $2 through the help of lines of credit cards, and other forms of debt. And the reason why, I'm going to take it a step back. I don't think you wanted me to go this way. I'm going to go anywhere. Anyway, we live in what's called a credit-based economy, which means if you make $50,000 a year, you don't live off of $50,000 a year. At least most Americans don't. We live in what's called a credit-based economy, which means you have the ability to spend the $50,000 you earned plus debt. Because as you make more money, as you have a good job, you become more creditworthy. And so
boom, that's why Biz on here talk about your credit cards. When I'm talking about building your credit, fixing your credit, you see how it go hand in hand? It go hand in hand. Because that's the money game. When I'm on here like, yo, don't go 30% over your limit. Matter of fact, don't even go 10. I don't even try to go 10% over my limit. I try to pay all my bills on time because of this right here. They're going to try to drive my credit worthiness up and give me all this money until I spend it. Now I'm in debt with the credit card company. And guess what? If I'm paying a credit card bill, a high credit card bill with high interest, guess what that means? Less money for me to be investing to get out of this rat race. Less money I could save in case of emergency because I'm spending it all on credit card bills. Pay attention. Oh, he called everybody dumb.
as you show the bank, hey, I made $50,000, they'll give you credit cards, they'll give you lines of credit, they'll give you whatever types of debt that they can. That way now you can go out and spend $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, because that's what grows the economy. The more money you spend, the richer somebody else gets. And so now when you live in this credit-based economy with no financial education, people spend, the economy grows, and most people have no idea what hit them.
Do you know what's really interesting is 2 days ago,
Most people have no idea what hit them. Let's break that down. If you have no idea, that means you dumb. But he just said you have no idea what hit them. And you could take that better. But if you have no idea about a situation, that means you're dumb to it. Sorry if you don't like the word. I'm going to keep pressing on that because I don't understand why people keep talking about that shit. And trying to take away from me while saying that shit. Stop saying that shit because that's not what I'm saying. It's not cool to me to keep doing that shit. Understand the message behind the Why the fuck you highlighting that I'm calling everybody dumb and shit and not talking about, yo, we should be spending 75 cents out of every dollar and saving 25 cents out of every dollar. You know why you doing that? It's almost like you're trying to take away from me. Stop, get away from me. I don't want nobody around me like that. I really don't. Because you're taking away from what I'm actually doing. If you don't like it, go find the shit somewhere else. And guess what? They won't do it because they ain't trained to do it. They don't entertain them. They ain't gonna go nowhere else and find it. And I don't care. I don't come on here for supporters. I don't come on here just so I could get money off of people. That's not my goal. My goal is to try to help you.
ago, I was having a conversation with one of my friends. It was
That's why everybody everybody that even types in this 504 chat, I'm blocking y'all niggas. Everybody even type over there. Y'all getting blocked. Because how can you be listening to a person that borrow money from everybody? I'm blocking y'all niggas. I'm being 100. Stop trying to play with me, man. I'm the most valuable channel on this app, yo, in this sector. And all I hear is negativity. I'm blocking those people, man, because that's how I can move forward, man. That's how I'm going to be able to get to the options. Once I get all of you knuckleheads the fuck away from me that want to still spend $2 out of every dollar you make. Right? The ones that want to spend $2 out of every dollar they make, they got to buy. Get the hell away from me.
actually, I did a podcast about finance recently, and in there I mentioned some of my friends, and then they messaged me on WhatsApp.
Well, look, it's another part of this I want to get to. The actual part that I saw. Let me see. And then we going to get out of here. I don't want to hold y'all to death. Or we could just do a part 2. Maybe I'll do a part 2 to this. Because this was a good stream. He's talking about cryptocurrency right here. He's talking about reckless financial decisions. So I guess the word reckless financial decisions substitute for that word dumb, right? So how life struggles lead to dumb financial decisions, right? But they put reckless so you feel better when you see that. That's why I'm blocking niggas, man. Niggas is getting blocked, bruh. Behind this shit. And I'm serious as fuck about this shit. You keep playing with me, man, like it's some type of game. It's not a game. I don't like that shit. You're taking away from you. It sounds like a detractor, man. That Miss 504 is the one running around here telling, "Oh, you call everybody dumb," and you piggybacking off that shit. Everybody does that shit to me. Fuck, man. Let me see. Yeah, I think we should do a part 2. I'm going to save this video right here because I don't got to work tomorrow. I'll come on here and talk and do the rest of this tomorrow. Yeah, how many hours I've been in here? Two. Yeah, it's almost 3 hours. It's good, you know. I don't expect to get too many people watching. I don't care if you watch. I'm not everybody else on this app. I'm not looking for attention. I don't go around just talking about people just so I could get views. You know, I don't do that type of stuff. The people that's trying to get my attention are not worth my time because they don't understand none of this stuff. Nothing they say is going to offer me anything that I can use in my real life. So the Kevlos of the world that want to keep going back and forth and saying fuck biz and this and that, bruh, sit where you at and rot in hell. You understand? Like, you don't matter nothing to me. The Anthonys of the world that want to jump on panels talking shit crazy. Nigga, I'm not engaging with an ignorant knucklehead like you. I'm not. You don't have no, you could say whatever you want to say. I'm not engaging. When the IDK, whoever he is, get up on a panel, nigga, y'all niggas is bums. Like, dead ass serious. Y'all have nothing to say to me that will do anything to better me. Nothing. Only thing is you listening to me that's going to make you better. And if you don't choose to listen to me, I don't give a damn. So I'm not going to engage with knuckleheads like that. No more. Zero tolerance for you fuck niggas. Zero. Oh, biz did it. All they doing that shit for is clout and money. That's it. Niggas can't see that shit. Niggas is brainwashed on this app, boy. Niggas looking for money and clout. And then they get the money and don't know what to do with it. That's why they steady up here begging. You're going to get a lot of value over here rocking with the kid. You ain't going to get a damn thing rocking with them niggas. Nothing. You know? So, as a matter of fact, D Price. What it say? Disrespect ain't gonna help nobody learn. Pay your credit card balance off. The way That way you don't pay any interest. Facts. What it say? I'm just telling you that disrespect ain't gonna help nobody learn. Well, they don't need to be in the chat. And if they disrespect me, I'm gonna disrespect them back. And I'm not disrespecting them by saying the thing they do is dumb, right? Because once again, I don't need nobody on this platform. I'm being 100. They don't like how I talk, go somewhere else. Because these people ain't gonna go nowhere else. Most of the people that got a problem with how I say things is the ones that's broke. The ones that ain't gonna go nowhere else. The ones that don't care about it. And they the ones that listen to all the fuck shit. But then when I say, yo, y'all doing dumbass shit. Oh, he called people dumb. Like, what? I'm really getting tired of that shit. Again, it's a button that say unsubscribe. I'm doing it on purpose right now. Because that seems to be the only thing that people want to highlight. They don't highlight the positive shit that I do. They want to highlight the foolishness all the time. A dummy highlights that. Not like, yo, this dude just said, you know, such and such and such. Nah, he called everybody dumb. Like, what? You big ass crybaby? I'm not calling everybody dumb. I'm calling the shit that you do dumb. You're spinning it to make it seem like I'm calling everybody dumb. You're not dumb. I said that multiple times. Why you don't highlight that shit? When I be like, yo, y'all not dumb. Y'all just don't know the information. You doing dumb shit. Period. If you don't like it, fucking unsubscribe. It's a button right there that say unsubscribe. Because once again, I don't come on here for no money. I don't ask you for nothing. I tell you, don't send me nothing. I'm going to be straight. I don't need a soul, bruh. You understand that shit? I'm a benefit if you pay attention. Think what about what I'm saying. And again, if you're in this sector and you hear all of this nonsense that goes around in this sector and you upset because Biz said, yo, you spending money dumb. You don't know what then that means you just picking with me. Because I done heard all type of stuff on this sector. Mother this, your father this, dig up your person and smoke them. I heard the motherfucker say the other day. You hold this, you bitch this. I done heard all of this stuff on this app. So don't be talking about he called somebody dumb. And the more you keep doing that, the more I'm going to just say fuck you. Like real talk. I'm serious about this. I want people to learn. I don't want people to think that I'm a bad person or something like that and miss the blessing or miss the message what I'm saying. You fucking taking away from what I'm saying when you do that shit. Today, I'm doing it on purpose. I don't be like this all the time. I'm doing it on purpose. I'm being over the top with it today because I really want to annoy you to the point where you get the fuck away from me. I'm doing it on purpose. You know I've been doing like the past week and a half. I literally said to myself, yo, I don't need none of these bitch ass niggas around me. I'm looking for you bitch ass niggas so I could block you. I want you to get the fuck away from me. I'm really doing it on purpose. I want the people to say, he calling me this, he doing that so I could block your ass. I'm being straight up serious. The ones that look for the flaws in me is the ones that's going to get blocked because I don't need nobody on this motherfucker, bro. I'm straight. I know all this information. I'm the one. I did my research. I took the time out to go learn about this shit. I'm trying to bring a gift to people. And I don't got time for people trying to take away from what I'm doing, man. None at all. How much have they given away? How much have they helped anybody? What of value have anybody said that you could use in your real life? I got a question mark right there. So don't stop talking shit about me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. No, I ain't block you. You the only one in the chat typing right now, but you could unsubscribe, bro. Look, bro. Let me show you something, bro. I'll block you right now since you want to say that. Like, I'm dead ass serious, bro. I don't care what you think, bro. You keep talking and I don't know what you saying. You ain't hit no link. That shit. Look, ban user and delete their comment. Done. Right? I come on here to help people. I don't care if you support me. You can support in the bushes. You don't have to support me. You're blocked now since you want to keep talking. I'm serious about this, bro. To me, it's so insane for somebody to say, disrespect don't teach people nothing, right? You know why that's insane to me? Because you know every rap lyric of the most disrespectful song. So disrespect is teaching you that. Right? Stop questioning me on what I'm doing, my method. I know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to a room full of people that don't have no clue on what's going on. And I have to use words like this to get their attention so they can pay attention. And if they don't want to pay attention, that's fine. It's easy. Get away from me. Unsubscribe, yo. You're not breaking my heart. My lights are going to be on. I'm good. I want a lot of people away from me. I'm telling you that shit. I'm literally tired of the people on this app, yo. I've been on this app 4 years trying to help people. I just start blocking people a week. I just started blocking people a week ago. I've been on this app 4 years. I just started blocking people a week ago. I don't want none of y'all around me. I'm being 100, man. My next couple live streams, I won't be doing it like this on purpose right now. I want people to complain so I can block their ass. I'm telling you. Yo, yo, yo. See, I hope y'all can hear me. I just did some dumb shit, right? And knocked my mic off, right? My mic just got knocked off. I did some dumb shit. I could acknowledge that. And I know the group of people I'm talking to, man. I'm not talking to a group of people that already have some idea what's going on. I'm talking to a bunch of people that have no clue. Like none. And I hear how they talk to each other. They talk to each other way worse than what I say. You know, so it is what it is, man. Hopefully I lose some subscribers, man. I'm not these people on this app, yo. I'm really not, yo. I'm not the person that does this stuff for views and clicks and none of that. I want you guys that don't rock with me, that's not trying to learn. I really want y'all away from me. And the only way I know how to do it is what I'm doing right now. Because the real people that understand the value of what I'm bringing, they know what I'm doing. They know exactly what I'm doing. I want to narrow the people down and get them away from me. I got about 75 people on my block list right now. And I started blocking people about a week ago. The whole time I've been on this app, I ain't been blocking nobody. I've been letting everybody talk. I didn't want to block people because I wanted people to try to pick up on what I'm saying. But now, man, after this, like this long ass time, I just realized, man, these people not even worth it. They're not even worth the air they breathe, yo. Like real talk. And why am I steady engaging with these idiots? So, like, I just start blocking motherfuckers. And that shit worked, man. It's more peaceful. The first time I see some type of sort of disrespect, I'm blocking that shit. If you don't like it, turn the channel off. I ain't the one you want to listen to. Fine. So, it is what it is. It say, Yep, those would be the one that block party. You know what it is, Miss Lee, to cut my granddaddy tell hella shit, way worse than what Biz has ever said. But what he has been saying is real shit. Yep. Sometimes you gotta hear the edgy messages and get the gems out. Bro, Mary man, that's why I'm doing this tonight, bro. That's why I'm talking the way I'm talking and all that. I'm doing it a little extra tonight, right? Why? Because what you just said, man, they're not trying to take the gems out. They're trying to criticize. You know, they steady trying to criticize. Always got an issue. Always want to point out a flaw. Those are people I don't need around me, man. Like, real talk. Because it's obvious to people I'm not calling everybody dumb. Like, everybody is not dumb. Okay? It's obvious that I'm not saying you can't read and write and you can't spell and all that stuff. I'm talking about the decisions that we make are not smart. Okay? And I'm trying to push that point home. So if I slip out my mouth and be like, yo, people doing dumb shit, that doesn't mean I'm calling you a fucking dummy. And you just want to find any reason so you could take away from the fact that I said 70-30 rule, right? that you should be spending 70% of your money on your life and 30% of that money should be invested or in savings. They skip that part. They don't highlight that part. Is he calling everybody dumb? Like, nigga, it's enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? So today I was doing it on purpose because I want somebody to say some stupid shit so I can block their ass. Because again, I don't need you. You don't offer me nothing. Nothing. But I can help change your life. Like, real talk. And if it ain't for me, guess what? That's good. Find it somewhere else. But I just hope you really go look for it because they don't put it out there for you to see. Find that shit somewhere else. I know who I'm talking to. I know who I'm trying to reach. And I'm tired of that dumb, disrespectful stuff, man. It's like, I don't like all them games and shit. That shit whack. You know what I'm saying? I'm being serious about this shit. I want people to learn. I want people to grow. And I want to call you out for your foolishness. That way you could see the ignorance in your ways. Like I had to see the dumb stuff I was doing. Or the not smart stuff I was doing. For the babies in the background. There's some things I was doing that was not smart. Like buying cars. Spending a lot of money on brand new cars. That was not smart. I got a lot of pair of sneakers. That was not smart to do that. It was dumb. I gotta hold myself accountable for the stupid stuff I was doing. Just like everyone needs to hold themselves accountable for the stupid stuff that they've been doing. And realize, yo, the wealthy don't think like this. And that's all the message I'm trying to bring. If you don't want to hear that, then stop coming over here, yo. And I'm going to help you because I'm going to block your ass. And if you going somewhere where you block, that says a lot about you. You know? So, I don't care about a channel growing. I'm different than everybody else. I'm different than everybody else. You know? I'm not the same as everybody else, man. I'm different than everybody else. I got my own way of doing things. You know? And today I'm doing it on purpose. So, if you don't like it, oh well, man. You know? There's other platforms you could go to. There's other people you could talk to. I don't got to be the one you talk to. Ain't nobody helping me do shit. You know, I did all this stuff on my own. You know, you need to do all this stuff on your own. And look, I also added some more stuff to my drop. All those drops I got that I had to put up on YouTube, I figured out how to put it on here. Look, let me show you.
Y'all problem is not getting money, man. Y'all get money, bro. Some of y'all some hustling mom. Woo! I don't want to cuss, but you know who you is. Y'all get money. The problem is what you do when you get it. You'll blow it on the dumbness, and then at that you scared to lose it. How you blow it on stuff you don't get a return back, but you scared to buy a piece of Apple. Buy a piece of ownership in Apple. Buy a piece of ownership in the liquor store on the corner. Buy a piece of ownership on the gas station, the Burger King you go to, something. Buy a house, an investment house, not to live there, to rent it out. Not to live there. We talking about an investment house. Y'all scared to do that. Y'all go put it in the bank account. And guess what? They use the money to go invest it. It's not getting money. Y'all get money, man. Start using it differently. That's it.
So when that man said y'all blow it on dumb stuff, why nobody flooded his comments saying, yo, you call everybody dumb? I hate the people around in our community, man. We the only ones that try to tear each other down, man. The only ones, man. Nobody else does that shit. Shit crazy, man. Right? But look right here. I put this one on here too.
White people teach their children not just financial literacy, but teach them financial understanding and financial comprehension. And the general rule that you'll find that most Caucasian and wealthy people teach their children is to follow what's called the 10-10-10-70 rule. 10% of your money you should give to a cause you believe in, charity. 10% of your money you should save, put it in a savings account for yourself. The other 10% you should develop an investment fund to figure out how you can find something to make your money work for you instead of you working for your money. And then the rest of your life should be lived off that 70%. And I've also found that you'll see that wise people, they do not buy something once if they can't buy it twice. And if we started following that 10% charity, 10% investment fund, 10% saving, living off of 70%, not buying something once if we couldn't afford to buy it twice, we'll find that we are putting ourselves in a position where we always have cushion capital to deal with the problems of life, and we will not be engaged in this excessive unnecessary toil that comes from poverty. We'll be able to have a freer mind, less stress, and be able to have access to our creativity, find our purpose, fulfill our purpose, and get some real joy and happiness out of life.
I like listening to that, right? He know how to talk better than me. He's trying to talk to the people that I'm trying to talk to, but they won't listen to him either. So here I come with this rah-rah. I'm giving you what you want. You in this sector, right? Get out this sector if you don't like you can't hear the word dumb, man. Like real talk, man. But, we could do a part 2. I'm slowly going to get the fools away from me. Like I said, I've been blocking people left and right. They think I care about a lot of people in my chat when I don't. I'm not them. I don't care about the channel growing and none of that. That's not what I'm here for. It'll grow organically. I don't need to do none of that stuff that these people be doing on here. That's not how I'm rocking. I could do it very easily, but it's not what's going to help us. That's not going to help the people, man. So I'll holla at y'all, man. I'll do another live stream tomorrow. And if you don't like what I'm saying, just keep talking at me. Keep typing at me and see what happens. Because I know how to get away from somebody that I don't rock with. I just don't don't support them. Right? I don't go to their chat. I don't go to their channel. I don't hit the like button. None of that. I just don't support them. I wish you guys would stop supporting me. And just stop coming over here. I wish I could take people off my subscribe list, bro. I be trying to learn how to do that, but they won't let you. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all enjoy y'all weekend. I ain't got nothing to do tomorrow, so, it's a holiday, man. I'll probably come back on and finish the rest of this video. So, for those of you that don't want to hear this, just don't tune in. I'm not going to be cussing anybody out. I'm not engaging with these knuckleheads on here. They don't have nothing to do. They are worthless. It's a waste of my time. Like dead ass serious. They will not get another engagement from me. You know how they say, when you just tired, you just tired? Like I'm just straight up tired of these niggas. It's truth, man. I understand why it's hard for people to learn, man, because especially like a teacher, if I was a teacher or something, man, I'd have a heart attack. I'd drive myself crazy. You know, trying to teach somebody and then people just keep doing dumb shit. It's like, bruh, how can I teach you if you don't want to, learn? If you don't want to learn, can you please get away from me? Like, what I got to do to get you to stop coming around me? You know, I mean that shit. So I couldn't be no teacher, man. I couldn't. Boy, I wonder if they critique teachers like that. The teacher might say one word wrong and they like, yo, you said that. It's like, nigga, did you just see everything else I said? You just want to point that out? Like, really? That's what you point out? You the one I don't want next to me, man. You the one that really don't rock with me when you're doing stuff like that. Instead of saying stuff like, hey, man, Biz doing this, Biz doing that, but I wish he would stop doing this. Nah, they just point the bad all the time. They just be like, yo. I'm like, bruh, so what do I do good? There's nothing I do good, right? Everything is just, he call everybody dumb. Yeah, all right. But you won't hear me call another person anything because I'm going to just start blocking y'all. And y'all won't see me. Y'all won't be able to type. I won't be able to see what y'all think. None of that. Simple. Boom. Done. So y'all go ahead and have a good night. I'm about to go, take care of this dog. My kids probably be back here soon. They went with their mom. I let them go with their mom. I had some food. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? And they'll be back. The one thing I do like about my children, man, they can listen to what I say. They ain't gonna look at me and say, oh, daddy's calling me dumb. They understand me by now. They know that I'm not calling them dumb. It's little peons on here that do that, and I don't like it. It's starting to get on my nerves, and I keep saying it, and they keep doing it. So I'm just gonna eliminate myself from the situation, like altogether, bruh. Stop playing with me. I'm trying to help people for real. That's what it is, man. So I holla at y'all. Y'all be good, man. 15 in the building. That looks about right to me. Right? That looks about right to me. 15 people in here. That's good. I don't need an audience. I don't come on here for that. Then the dummy said, Biz got his Cash App on the bottom of the screen. And he talk about people begging for Cash Apps. First of all, when you send a Cash App to this channel, I give it all back. That's why you see the money right there. I'm letting everybody know what the channel got in the Cash App. If somebody send a Cash App to my channel, I give that back to the chat. I'm the only one that do that. Nobody else does that. Nobody. I'm the only one that do that. I done gave away thousands of dollars on here, yo. When people donate to me, I give it all back to the chat. The people in the chat get money from me. Where you go and get any of that from? Why ain't nobody highlighting that? Hey man, Biz a good dude. He give everybody money over there. Nope, that ain't what you want to highlight because that make me look a certain way. You want to make me look another way. So you only want to highlight he calling people dumb and he put black people down and all this dumb shit you saying. You don't want to highlight, yo man, he the only one on this platform that actually give back. That give everything they give him, he give it back. Everything. You send $10 to me, you're blessed my channel. I'm gonna in turn send that $10 to someone else in the chat in the form of cryptocurrency. I'm gonna take the $10 and send it back to them in cryptocurrency. Who does that? What channel on this app even does that? It's not a channel on the app on this app that gives away their money like that. I give away all the cash apps that come to me. Who you know? Keep running your fucking mouth, man. These people on here, boy, they lost. They're gonna always lose when they keep thinking like that. They gotta stop that train of thought, man, and start thinking positive. Stop thinking so negative. Negativity is what makes you mess up, yo. When you so negative and stuff, you just make a mess. But I'll holler at y'all, man. I got a lot of people blocked, and I'm trying to keep blocking more. So I'm looking for y'all. So if you don't like it, keep talking to me, keep atting me, and you're going to find out you ain't going to see me no more because I'm going to block your ass. Remember, I don't need you. My kids need me. I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Tomorrow we're going to talk about this. I'll probably set a live stream and do a part 2 to this because this video is powerful. And if people want, you can go watch this video because it's not about my channel nor views. It's about the information. You could go watch this video. Let me see what the name of it is called. It's called The Saving Expert. Under 45, you won't get a pension. It's on the Diary of a CEO. That's the channel. Right? You can go watch this right now so that way you'll know what's going on in here when I cover it tomorrow because I'm going to finish this video tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But this is a good one right here. If anybody that got 2 cents, anybody got 2 cents that's going to listen, you know what I'm saying, and not critique. If you don't want to hear me talk about it, go watch it on your own. I doubt you do that because you're looking to critique me. So I'll holler at y'all. Y'all be good, man. Y'all stay safe. Happy Thanksgiving, man. Hopefully your family had a good day today. And, that's it, man. I appreciate everybody. Shout out Miss Lethal in the building, married man in here. Yeah. And that's it, man. I added some stuff to my channel. We got Miss V came in here. Appreciate you. Goldmouth. I see y'all. Y'all came in here. Yep, I see you on the next live. I'll be back. Angel B in here. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Paul Thomas, I appreciate you, man. I'll be trying, man. I guess they just gonna critique me. No matter what I say, they just gonna keep doing it, man. I'm trying, man. Giving away the game. Paul Thomas, I appreciate you. Hey guys, go look at this video if you have time. If not, I will be doing part 2 to this because there's more stuff in this video. Okay, this is a good video to be watching and not all of this nonsense. Can you find it in your brain to go sit and look at this and stop looking at all this nonsense? All right, man, that's enough, man. All right, I'll holler at y'all. Y'all be good. Appreciate y'all.